Yay!
What's up, sis?
Nothing much.
My bad, y'all. I'm late. Ugh. Y'all know the usual family shit.
Mm-hmm.
My wife went out, so I had to be in the house with the kids. I had to get them to sleep. But I still made it, though. So I heard Sugarfoot got snipped. Enlightened sent me a screenshot saying that Pharaoh Live got cut off in the middle of it.
I'm finna run and go get me something to drink before the store closes.
Uh,
Hey, everybody. Plates.
Donna, Quaz, Pat, what's up? They said they clipped that nigga quick. Was probably saying why. I'm pretty sure he was. Pretty sure he was. Shit, the other video got age restriction on it because of what he said about the kids. That's one of the reasons why I'm thinking about trying to like ease off of Pharaoh and switch the topics because I can't really monetize his videos. The videos I do on him. That's why I'm glad y'all be looking out and donating because I don't really make money off of those videos. A lot of them, but a lot of them can't be monetized or in the yellow. But how much you want to bet he gonna blame Golden Beauty for it? Man, people will probably report. I'm pretty sure they are. How much you want to bet is Golden Beauty fault? Somehow, some way. Every time they clip his ass, he blame it on Golden Beauty. Like he ain't saying reckless shit. Who wouldn't take that bet? That is Golden Beauty fault. And they need to report his ass. This shit's getting dangerous. Like after what his followers said earlier about the kid agreeing with him about those kids, he need to be clipped. This shit's getting dangerous now. It's not even funny no more. Yeah, right. Shit, not even funny no more. Right. This shit's getting real fucking dangerous. He got a lot of fucking dedicated followers over there. Well, not as much as he used to have, but the ones he got is enough to be a dangerous situation. Yeah, it's not funny no more. At this point, I'm reporting it for Golden Beauty safety. Shit is crazy now. He got a bunch of followers over there that are willing to do anything that he say. Right, you definitely did try to say this in the beginning. You definitely did try to say this in the beginning that it's eventually gonna get dangerous. Just definitely did trying to warn us. When I was laughing and joking about it in the beginning, I was making all types of fucking jokes. And Trip C's kept telling me, "Yo, this shit ain't gonna get to a point where it's not gonna be funny." In the beginning, she wasn't making jokes or laughing. She actually used to get mad at me. And now I'm the one getting triggered. All right, let's finish. He said, "Yeah, yeah." I'm surprised it didn't get taken down already.
Your mom violated. That's why you hate us. No, I don't hate black women. There's lots of black women that I love. Don't get it twisted. I dislike certain types. I dislike them Christian ass, fake ass, I'm up holier than thou church type of black women that do grimy shit like my son's mom and her side of the family. I dislike them raunchy ass nigger types like my baby mom, like my daughter mom. You know what I'm saying? All of that type of bullshit. I dislike all of that. I
Bullshit.
don't dislike no woman that get up and do what the fuck she's supposed to do. Like a Madison Cali type or something. But imagine having a 5-year-old with a bitch.
Yo, how you gonna say that? And Madison Cali literally plays on a what you call a nigger type show. What are you talking about? Ain't she on BMF? I could have sworn she was on BMF. Ain't that what he would call a nigger type show? What you call? I could have sworn that's what it was. A nigger type show in his eyes.
And you just found out she was a Crip 60 days ago.
Oh my god.
I don't got time for shit like that. Fucking niggery shit. But watch how she hit this man. Watch how she hit this man to try.
And I just realized something. That don't even make sense. You was with this girl for 5 years and never knew that she was gang banging. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. There's no way in hell you was with this girl for 5 years, day in and day out, living with each other, and she never showed you one sign of gang banging. Not once. Make that make sense, y'all.
Try to agitate him into kicking her ass while she holding the baby so she could call 911 and be like, he hit me while I was holding the baby. Like I said, I know all these little nigger tactics. Let's go.
She's a little girl, but you're not dropping her. She said,
Did y'all see that? Did y'all see her just hit him? Now, if he would have hit her, they would have been talking about you hit a female, she was holding your child. Not only is that a crime that you just hit that man, you hit that man while you was holding that baby. That's child endangerment because you don't know if you would have dropped that baby. Why the fuck, whatchamacallit? You tried to hit that man? You don't know if goddamn he would have tried to hit your ass back and hit that.
Wait, what? What? Is he fucking serious? Is he fucking serious? The nigga literally hit the baby twice trying to hit Golden. Twice. Right. Right, Lil. You literally hit your baby twice. Good thing you ain't hit her in no fucking vital places. Like her head. Right.
That damn baby. You have no clue. This bitch don't have no clue what the fuck would have went on. What the fuck could have happened after she did that? Facts. This is escalate. This is violently escalating a situation. Child endangerment. Let's go.
Don't touch my phone. Don't touch my phone. Listen, man.
So he didn't take the bait. So this black man did not take the bait.
But you did.
He didn't take the bait of his ex-wife trying to get him to fuck her ass up. So now she talking about let's go. Because she drove all the way down there with the intentions of trying to get this man to whoop her goddamn ass. Let's go.
Lenny, come on, Lenny. Hey, man, don't make my... Man, you must be sick, bro. Don't make my girl cry this bad. Don't make my girl cry because you don't want to do it.
Because you're not about to be...
So she hit him again. Okay, so why is that bitch not being charged with assault? Why that bitch wasn't never charged with whatchamacallit? Child endangerment. Why?
The same reason you wasn't.
And I don't see this woman consoling this little girl. I don't see this woman being nurturing to this little girl. She probably gonna whoop that girl ass in the house and just tell her shut the fuck up from crying. She ain't gonna sit down and have no one-on-one with her. Like I said, these women are having children 100% for financial reasons and diabolical reasons. They're not really having children to be mothers.
Somebody else.
And like I said, they need to keep it real. A national survey need to be taken, and whoever the fuck don't really want to be a parent, but you just want to have sex, you need to say that. And you need to go get your tubes tied until you're ready to have a kid. Period.
Right.
All that having a kid because you don't want to get a job and go to school, you want to ride another nigga paycheck, bitch, go ahead. Go ahead.
The crazy part about it is this is a 5-second video. You don't know the full context of the situation.
Nowhere near it.
Right. You don't know what transpired before they started recording. None of that. You just trying to judge everything off of your situation. Yes, I admit that there are spiteful women out there.
Spiteful people out there, period.
Right. And I know from experience. Literally. But what happened with YP ain't the situation. I know a spiteful woman when I see one. I know how they act. And Golden ain't do none of that shit.
And none of these things he's comparing Golden to are even close to what happened.
Right.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Thank you. Just go get your fucking tubes tied. Ma'am, if you don't want to have kids until you're a certain age, say that. Go get your tubes tied, and the only thing you got to worry about is catching the STD. Problem solved. Boom. Goodbye. Goodbye. But this right here is what's destructive. Somebody said big facts. Yeah, big facts.
ABM.
Big facts. Go get your tubes tied and go get it in. And then have a baby when you actually want to have a baby. So not because you're trying to tap somebody's pockets.
Control for men. Only the women need birth control. Only the women need to control themselves.
Here we go.
Right.
Men are perfect.
Exactly. Everything is the woman's fault to him. And for those of you who weren't here, who don't know my story, I have a son that's 13, and he was literally stripped from me. My name was stripped from him, literally. My junior is the second junior. And that didn't make me hate all black women. So it pisses me off to watch him try to use people like me, what we go through, as an excuse and lie about it when the whole fucking world watched it.
Now listen to how this 10-year-old girl handled her father. That little girl need her ass whooped by her father, and her mother need her ass whooped by her father or the police, and her mother need to be in jail. Like I said, my daughter mom tried to coach my daughters to do this. You know how many times I called my daughter one time, and my youngest daughter be, my youngest daughter, she got my youngest daughter playing with me like I'm mentally unstable or something. Like I said, these bitches is wicked. Oh, no. And the point is, bitch, if you corrupt this child too bad, it ain't no uncorrupting this child. So now what? My little 3-year-old daughter twerking, talking about she a damn crip, or whatever the fuck she said.
I thought she was seeing.
And then what happens when you give my daughter this false sense of security that here, baby.
The one thing this nigga doesn't seem to realize is they only see you acting a fucking fool. If they type in your name and try to look at your videos, what are they gonna find?
They hear Golden Beauty, which he knows they call their mother, which they know he calls their mother, and hear all kind of words that a child should never have to hear.
Right. They only find videos of you acting like a goddamn fool and shitting on their mother.
Pharaoh, I know it's a 50-50 chance you either listening to this now, you gonna listen to this later. You a piece of shit parent. And you are even worse human being. Get yourself some help.
First step is taking accountability. That's the first step. Because I didn't do all the shit that he did. But I blamed everybody else but the person that was really responsible, and that was me. And once I took accountability, everything got better.
Here. What happens when you give if my daughter get a false sense of security that ain't nothing gonna happen to her behind that behavior, or that behavior is okay? Then what?
Look, you slime weasel.
Then what? Let's keep it pushing.
Off that she'll ever be with you. That's all I know.
Hello. Dang, how you doing today?
Imagine a little girl. Imagine that a 10-year-old girl picking up the phone talking about "I don't want to talk to you" to her dad. Little do she know, her father is the only person in the world. Her father is the only person in the world who is actually going to genuinely ever give his life for you and protect you. Let's be honest. I don't know that 10-year-old girl.
Nigga, they didn't even give a reason why. You don't know why she don't want to talk to him. You don't know that. It's like the same thing with your situation. Every time you call their mom,
right,
cussing her out, calling her all types of niggers and bitches.
For all we know, it's too little, too late.
Right. They only see you as a fucking fool.
I don't know that 10-year-old girl. If we outside and a motherfucking pit bull grab her ass, how much damage you think I'm about to take to get her out of his mouth? Versus if a pit bull grab mine. This is just facts. This is facts. And she talking about, I don't want to talk to you. Your father is like your own personal bodyguard when you're born. Imagine me at the mall, and I'm at the mall
I don't care who fucking child it is, mine or not. If I see a child getting snatched up by a pit bull,
Right. These are a whole bunch of false equivalencies. He's trying to compare these situations when they match in no way, shape, form, or fashion, except for
right,
their children involved. That's it. That's all. That's the only way they match.
right. My bad, y'all. I'm running back and forth to the baby.
Why
with a
don't bring
with,
that
with a
nigga
woman
to
or some women that I walked in with
Nah, she woke up the baby.
versus some bitches I don't know.
you?
If you smack somebody that I'm with, we gonna whoop your ass. If you smack somebody I don't know, I ain't jumping in that shit. I'm gonna tell them to call 911. So it's the same thing with kids. You think, like I said, this is no disrespect. I've been around kids all of these years. I'm not risking it for nobody kids on the level that I'm risking it for mine. Even if I do risk it, that's just the truth. And I
Okay.
wouldn't expect a woman to do the same thing either. If I'm with a woman and I'm with my son, how much damage do you really think she gonna be willing to take for my son versus what his own mother should be willing to take? Same for my daughter. This is just natural. Imagine telling your father, "I don't want to talk to you." Okay, so is you gonna want to talk to him when you're 16 and when
You're comparing a woman to a man.
Shit, women done lift the cars off their children if the conditions is right. Um,
Right.
but like I said, it's just all false equivalencies. We don't know why this 10-year-old don't want to talk to her father. Could be a too little, too late situation. She could be mad about something. But at the end of the day, children are autonomous beings. They aren't copies of us as much as they look like us. They are not just copy and paste of us. They are products of us, but they are their own people. So they have their own thoughts and feelings. You can't make them do anything.
Right. And it could be going off of the mother feelings. I remember the first time I got mad at my dad, and it was only because my mother was. Everybody else was mad at him. My older brother was mad at him. My mom was mad at him. So I felt like I should be mad at him.
Mhm. But was they mad at him for good reason?
Yeah. I
Exactly.
didn't know, I didn't know or understand the reason, but
But see, everybody was mad at him, not just your mom, your older brother who probably had a better grasp on the
yeah,
situation.
my older brother actually lived with him.
See,
He actually lived with him, and then he like basically
no, you ain't the hidden.
turned his back on my older brother.
Because at the end of the day, male or female, we laid down with the funky bastard. And we got to deal with the consequences till our children don't want to deal with them no more.
Right. And because my older brother was mad at him, I started being mad at him.
Because everybody was mad and they got to be mad for a reason, right?
Yeah.
That's child reasoning.
I even almost got into a fight with him at my grandma's wedding.
Lord.
This nigga was trying to holler at my mom.
Oh,
You see
hell.
him trying to holler at my mom and won't say a fucking word to me? Fuck
That's
you,
now.
nigga.
you 17 and when you having money problems and when you having boy problems, yup. So like I said, go ahead and take her mama to jail. Go ahead and take this bitch to jail and get this girl to her father. Yup. Joint custody need. Listen, DNA testing mandatory. Joint custody mandatory. Ain't no more. Ain't no more none of that. When you come out, as soon as a woman say I'm pregnant, you can get a paternity test while you still in the womb.
Yeah, but it hurts the baby.
True. And I wouldn't recommend that. I'm just saying you could even
Actually, I did have sort of a reason to be mad at my dad. He disappeared for a whole year, and then when the Iraq war started, he calls us out the blue and tells us that he's going to Iraq.
Yeah, you could have just left y'all in the dark at that point. Y'all would have known until he came back or something happened.
Yeah, so I was upset about that.
I can see why.
get it that early.
I know.
Right. But
Just like when you get a gender
yeah,
test.
exactly. So as soon as you find out who the fuck your father is, joint custody should be mandatory and it will be mandatory and
Crazy thing about it, I was scared for like the first year, every single night.
Yo, he said that joint custody should be mandatory. But if that was the case, He'd be in contempt of court for not picking the kids up for his time.
Right. I'm pretty sure he got child support backed up by now.
You know, Banderella is
Right.
funding his stay. Hey, Enlightened.
Exactly. There she go. I was waiting for you to come. If you ain't come, I was gonna wait for tomorrow to play the rest of your video.
Excuse me. Paternity testing is mandatory. Period. Mandatory underneath felonious charge. Yeah, yeah. When a woman gives birth, her ass need to have 90 days to come tell us who the fuck that she think that father is, or bitch you going to jail.
The fuck?
Seriously. I ain't find out who the fuck your father was till you was 17. Who knows what could happen to a little boy or a little girl in 17 years because you've been playing around. I just seen me and baby girl was just watching the damn YouTube video 2 days ago where a nigga been lying to a girl about who her mother and her father was.
That shit was
End up dating her damn father. Didn't even know, but the father knew.
This nigga fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Fade her.
Nah.
That was fake, doofus McGoofus. You know the funny thing about me when I was about to fight my dad at a wedding?
Mm.
My grandma gripped me by my face so fucking hard. So fucking hard that the inside of my mouth was touching. Swear to God. She gripped my face so fucking hard. That nigga was like, "You think you can beat me? You think you can beat me?" I was like, "I don't know, but we about to find the fuck out right now."
Uh-uh. It's over. Mandatory. If a woman gives birth, from the day that baby come out of her womb, whether it be natural or Western version hospital birth, whether she need to get a C-section or whatever, from that day forward, her ass got 60 days. Her ass should have 60 days, 90 days maximum to give us at least 10 names of who she think the father is.
But wait a minute.
Let's keep it pushing.
Hold up.
By his logic, everybody's DNA would be on file and she wouldn't have to tell nobody shit because as soon as they added that baby DNA to the database, it would ping who the father is. It would ping the whole freaking family.
Exactly.
Light up like a freaking Christmas tree. You kin to the Joneses. And Robert Jones is the pappy.
And a lot of these rules and situations were made in place to protect women. Because they got deadbeat niggas like him.
And the second, it would only work if the father is compliant.
Right.
And what deadbeat is going to voluntarily put themselves on child support? They don't do it now. Right. That's why they have child support.
Shit, back in the day, a nigga would tell you he going to go get a pack of cigarettes and some milk.
And gone for the rest of your life. You might find it 50 years later on the Maury Show.
Right. And we ain't had social media and all that shit back then. This nigga be a town over. People were in the next town, 5 minutes away.
They went to the store for a pack of cigarettes or a gallon of milk.
Gone.
Daddy said he went for a pack of smokes and never came back.
But you won't even let me ask the question before you try to answer.
You just said how are you? You just said how are you?
Oh my goodness, Jimmy, why you so really?
Shit, my dad just hit me with something like that. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go. I gotta do some training. Ain't heard from him since. Promised to be in my kid's life. I took him over there to see the kid. Meeting.
like that part on "Don't Be a Menace." I came to pick up my son.
Right. He deactivated his Facebook, changed his number.
Your daddy.
And I told the nigga, I was like, look, I don't give a fuck what you did in the past with me. Just don't lie to my kids. Don't make promises to my kids that you're not going to keep.
Now, I don't think he's a sucker. I don't think he's a sucker at all. He love his baby. Who want to yell at their baby? My kids say, since my kids been away from me, ever since my kids' mother has drugged me and tried to rob me and ran off with the kids, my kids have said smart ass shit to me. And as much as I wanted to say, stop playing me before I fuck your ass up and beat your little ass, I stayed patient just how he stayed patient. So
Wait, did he just say drugged him, robbed him, and then ran off with the kids?
Mm-hmm.
The
He don't,
delusion.
Donna. He just putting body counts on people. Don't even know him.
The delusion on this nigga is fucking wild. You literally chased this woman out of Texas. Literally.
I respect him as a father right now. I wouldn't violate him. Like I said, I don't think he's doing nothing wrong. And I'm glad that he's recording this because when the mother of them kids walk into a courtroom, him and them kids would be the only ones walking the fuck out if I was the judge. Period. You don't turn no child sour against a father. You don't turn no child sour against a
But how do
father.
you know
You
she
don't do
did?
that. You
Right.
don't do that.
Like he doesn't know the full. That's what I was trying to explain earlier. Like you don't know the full context of the situation. You're just judging it off your own or what you think happened. All right, I got to sleep. Now I can fully focus.
But that doesn't give you a reason to be rude. You gotta
Exactly. It doesn't give her a reason to be rude. He called and said, "How are you doing today?" Period.
honor your mother and your father, sweetheart.
Okay, I don't want to talk.
I get that much, but you don't have to be rude about it.
I said I don't want to
I know that. I heard you the first 4 times, but you still need to stop being rude. That's the whole thing about it.
I'm telling you something and you're not listening.
Because
Do you hear her telling? Do you hear this 10-year-old talking to this grown ass man talking about I'm telling you something and you're not listening?
I'm a parent, you can't tell me nothing. That's the thing.
Exactly.
I can express my feelings.
You definitely can, but you can
Yeah.
do that without being rude as well. That's the whole thing. That's the key.
Okay,
You don't be rude and you don't be disrespectful. Okay, but you don't have to talk over me either.
I wonder how he found this. Did he type it in
Mm-hmm.
or did he just put it together himself?
But you know you train your algorithm by what you search for.
True. That is true. That's crazy.
But you don't have to talk over me. So if you don't want to talk and you're going to talk over me, you could just be quiet and let me say what I got to say. You get that
If
from
she
your mom.
says she don't want to talk to you, why are you
I
so
love you and I
insistent
miss you
that she
anyway.
listen to what you got to say?
Look at that. I love you and I miss you anyway. Now, this is the part. This is something that y'all don't really want to acknowledge. Imagine if he was in jail. Imagine if he had
That's
15
really
years.
all he could say. It's just I love you and I miss you. And then
But I'm
give her
saying
some
she said I don't want to talk to you right now. Okay, cool. Click. That's how
right,
you killed it. But if you sit up there and press the issue, she really ain't gonna want to talk to you.
right.
Cause you heard the scream she gave at the end,
Yep.
and
When
she
my
said
son
you never listened to me.
when my son turned 18, I'm allowed to contact him. If he's upset with me, I'm going to give him his space until he cools off. You know, I'm not going to press the
Mm-hmm.
issue. I'm not going to try to force my way into his life. None of that.
Years to do,
So
and he called
genius.
his daughter on Christmas, and she answered the.
Because once he find out that his name was changed to mine,
Oh, hold on, wait. He said he called his daughter on Christmas. That's a holiday daddy.
yep,
That's why she don't want to talk to him.
right.
Maybe.
And I still got the little the little fake birth certificate that the hospital gave me with his original
Mm-hmm.
name on it. His mom gonna have to explain that.
Well, that's gonna be on her head, not yours.
Right,
All that's on her at the end of the day. She gonna have to explain all that shit. She's the one that's gonna have to carry the burden for that.
right.
Like some
phone like
people
that and hung
look
up.
different. They ain't got no soul.
True. And I'm not gonna put, I'm not gonna put everything on his mom. I'm gonna let him know the truth.
Yeah.
You know, part of it was my fault, but your mom shouldn't have did it the way she did it because she did it when I was getting myself together.
This is why the suicide rate for men It's 80%. Yeah, her mom did train
You
her to
go with
talk
that
like that, but guess
80%
what?
again.
Where in China, nigga?
That's because they don't have any women because of the one child policy, and everybody wanted a boy. Look where that got them. Now, yes, it is high over there. Singleness, loneliness over there, not over here. But we forget he wants to be Wasian.
Look, I forgot about that. They even got a fucking woods out there where motherfuckers go to
They
look
have
for stuff.
suicide nets at the job, right?
That's fucking crazy. I can understand the jobs though. I can fully understand the jobs. Don't spoke too soon. Take your ass to sleep.
This might sound extreme. I don't give a fuck. Kill that bitch and give the daughter to her father. And if that's too extreme, lock that
Yeah,
bitch the
see,
fuck
that's
up
twice in
and give
one
the
day
daughter to her
and
father.
talking about
We ain't doing that
unaliving
because
somebody.
that's the type of little. Listen to me.
Do
That's
we know
Right.
where he at? Somebody called folk.
At the end of the day, you need both parents.
Both parents
Both
is the
parents.
ideal situation. Both parents whole and happy leads to a whole and happy child.
Right.
Um, do we know where he at? Somebody need to call to tap the authorities because he in the house with children and he done talked about unenlivened women and children today. And
Right.
he in the house with a woman and some children.
And the thing about it is, you don't even know how to fucking love and nurture a child.
Get mad when they ask him for something.
Right.
I will never get over that. The only interactions that we've really seen with him with children is when he got into it with Camille because Haru asked for some juice that he went to the store to get, and when he was fighting with his nephew or niece over a pack of ramen.
Exactly. I only saw a fucking couple. As a matter of fact, Golden Beauty was in that video too. I have yet to see him in a video with his kids. I never seen him in a video with his kids by himself.
Does Banderella have a social media that we have?
Uh, Instagram, but
Because it's
she said,
50,000 Banderellas. I'm going to have somebody send that to me.
Mr. Knowledge got it.
Mr. Knowledge, well, shoot it to Remy and have Remy shoot it to me so he can send it to me, please.
I sent
Unless
her
you
a
can
friend
find
request.
my IG page. It's the same
I
as
sent
what
her
he
a
said.
friend request, but Pharaoh probably told her who I was.
the type of little girl that will grow up and her ass gonna be out here wilding on every man. She not just gonna be wilding on her father. She gonna be wilding on
That's
every
why
single man she come across. Security, goddamn doctor, goddamn firefighter, goddamn police. She's not gonna have no respect for a man. Period.
it's
And then
5011
she gonna be living
Banderella.
underneath this illusional guise that her mother is gonna come save her every time. This why these bitches be out here doing the shit they do now because they mothers raise them bad on purpose and then give them the guys that ain't no consequence. Period. 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 Like I said, I don't know how I don't know how y'all handling y'all's minds is going to prison. My baby mothers and their families is going to prison. Rico, straight by the feds, Rico. Bye. See ya. See ya. See ya. See ya. Straight up in that prison. Have fun. Let's keep it pushing. Next video. Let's keep it pushing. All right, y'all. This one right here is another crazy one.
My daughter a fucking smart ass, y'all. Every time I walk off, she spits the pacifier out.
She wants you. She
Right.
don't want that pacifier.
She like, nigga, you nigga. You make it this little baby crazy.
Mm-hmm.
She too aware at 4 months.
It's one of them new babies.
Right.
Woman lied and told her baby father that the baby was dead. That's a crime, yo. This is a crime. Like I said,
Everything
man,
a
listen to
crime
me. This
according
shit is
to
a crime. This
Pharaoh.
is a crime. That's all I can say. This is a crime. Like I said, all these hoes need to go to jail. All these hoes need to go to jail. All these hoes need to go to jail. I don't understand how bitches don't be going to jail when they leave Maury. How the fuck this your 15th time on Maury? It be don't y'all realize it be bitches
because it's
literal
not
15 times on
illegal.
Maury? So why is that not getting investigated? Right or
None of that
wrong?
shit be scripted.
Right.
You got 15 different niggas who don't know who the father is because you've been playing mind games with 15 different niggas. This nigga want to be the dad. This nigga don't want to be the dad. This nigga didn't even know he was gonna be the dad. And how you think that's not child abuse? Yo, like I said, bitches need to be getting cuffed after Maury. Facts. Let's keep it pushing.
Nigga, you need to read the bottom line and them small letters that be at the bottom of the Maury show. Some of the results and the outcomes be twisted on purpose.
baby in November by this crazy man. Yeah.
Okay, that's a crime. She called him crazy. That's a crime. That shit the government do. Women using words like crazy and women doing shit like whatchamacallit, using words like crazy is the same as when the government use terms like conspiracy theorist or schizophrenic. They trying to deny you the reality of what you saw. They're trying to deny you the reality of what you experienced. That's just like when Golden told me, "Oh, I don't want the kids around my brother because he molested me." And then when I brought that
Nigga, nigga.
That boy be hearing stuff in his own head. Don't even
Right,
be nowhere near real.
right.
I'm convinced.
Don't nobody in the world got that much fucking drama or shit like that around them. So she's supposed to be a crip, prostituting, and her brother abused her. Come
Shame,
on, man.
shame, shame.
Come on, man.
shit up to her father, "Oh, I never said that. He's crazy. He's crazy. This bitch need to go to jail. That's fraud." No. I mean, excuse me. That's intentionally publicating false information. That's also mental and emotional abuse. You on national television giving this nigga a false diagnosis that even psychologists, over 5,000 of them, agree that that's not real.
What?
I got the dossier on it. So who the fuck is you? So this
Oh,
man might leave off
boy.
of this TV show and try to go get a job, and somebody might be like, "Sir, we're not."
And I
Wait a
know for
minute.
sure that you lying about that because you couldn't even tell her mother when she said it.
Hey, Lux. Yo, them shows, half of that stuff is scripted. Jerry Springer, Steve Wilkos. He been sitting up watching daytime TV too much. That's what this is. He sits up and scrolls through Facebook and watches daytime television. And it don't help matters that they put clips of Steve Wilkos and Maury in People's Court on Facebook Reels, where he be sitting up scrolling all day long.
And
How
that's
you
why
know,
they put on
Tasha?
their
Because I
mind
be
all day.
scrolling for research purposes.
And that's why this shit is on his mind all day.
Mm-hmm. You don't see me up here spazzing out and shit, do you?
Right. And why would you even want to, keep that shit on your brain? Like when that shit
I
happened with my
click
son
do
at
not
first,
recommend and not interested so much on them freaking clips.
when that shit happened with my son at first, I couldn't be around motherfuckers that I didn't feel deserved to be parents. I had a couple cousins that, were straight deadbeats. Straight fucking deadbeats. And they got to be around their kids whenever they wanted to. And shit used to piss me off.
Yeah, that sense of unfairness. Why do you get to be
Yeah,
around your child and what you did is 10 times worse than anything I've ever done type shit. Yeah.
right. So why would you even want to keep watching that shit?
Hiring you because you're not mentally stable. And if he crazy, and this is the thing that killed me about bitches. If he crazy, what you doing fucking him? What was you doing having a baby by this man? That's just like when niggas, I know this is a little raunchy to say, but I gotta say it. Just like when niggas who sell drugs be fucking them fiends.
Same reason why Camille and Golden Beauty had a baby with you. They didn't know you was crazy.
That part, you ain't show your true crazy until after they had the baby. Then
Right.
all bets was off.
It had to be triggered first.
Right, so genius.
And then be like, oh, bitch, you a crackhead. But you fucking her. You fucking her, though.
Every drug nigga.
Yeah. And I put that on everything I love. I've never in my life, I don't even sell narcotics. I've never in my life fucked a crackhead. If I did, I have no clue using smoking crack. That's how far from it I am. But I say to say this, that's the same thing niggas do. Oh, bitch, get out of here. You fiend out. But you fucking her. You fucking this heroin addict. You fucking this damn meth head. You are. Yeah. So this just like this. Oh, he's crazy. Bitch, you been fucking this man. What are you talking about? And he got his weight up. Okay, you know what that tells me? He got enough sense to take pride in his physical appearance and his health. He got his teeth brushed. He got his hair done. Okay, so he doesn't look crazy to me. This man doesn't look crazy to me. He's talking sensible to me. Let's keep it pushing.
Another baby
Okay.
that I decided not to keep.
You had him, you said on November, right? You told me.
Wait, I wasn't paying attention. Did he just say he never fucked a crackhead?
Yeah, that's what he said. He said he never
calling it out,
sold
man.
drugs. He said, and if he did, he was so far removed from it, he didn't know.
What?
Yeah,
The fact that he said if he did, let you know that he did. Nigga, you was sleeping. You claim that you was sleeping in trap houses. Literally. You can't take no women back to the trap house. So who was you fucking?
That the baby died and died. This is
Now this bitch to me technically is, this bitch technically is damn near, like I said, I don't like using words like psychopath. I just want to say malevolent. Get rid of all them play ass words that motherfuckers like to hide behind, especially white people like to hide behind. This bitch is malevolent. He's the only one. If he's crazy, why is he the only one?
Shit, I had a couple cousins that had some things that'll gum you the fuck down for $4 bag. Not saying that I took the offer, but I know a lot of niggas that did, and they said it was great.
One that
more
show
information that I never needed.
emotional and why is he the only one that had an an emotional response of compassion, and this bitch was stone cold, didn't give a fuck about, she lied and said the baby died. Watch this.
the thing about her.
I
She-
did.
She said the baby died with his umbilical cord wrapped around his neck.
Oh, I was not that dramatic. Now you add. Don't.
But she said I was not that dramatic. Now you adding shit. It doesn't matter if you wasn't that dramatic. You told this man that his baby died. That is mental and emotional abuse. So you allow him to go to sleep and wake up for we don't know how long, bitch. You probably carried that shit on for 3 months. You allowed this man to wake up and go to sleep underneath the.
If this is true, that is fucked up. That's truly fucked up.
Yeah.
That's actually sick. That's actually sick. And that's kind of like what my baby mom did to me and my son with the name. She
Look,
watched me call him by my name for 3 months. 3 fucking months. And then made me believe that it was because he didn't recognize my voice. Laughing. And the only reason why I found out because of one of my cousin's baby moms was hanging with her, and she slipped up and told me.
Guys, that his baby was dead.
Wait, why wasn't he there when the baby was born?
You know what? We need to actually go watch this show and do reviews on it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Why wasn't he there at the bird?
Write it. Put this in your notes. The Karamo show. We start doing reviews on it. Let's keep it pushing.
Play.
I don't think this.
Yeah, this is crazy. Yo, this bitch is like this bitch is. They said somebody said she crazy. Yeah, this bitch cold blooded.
Don't play, because I ain't do that. I said the baby passed away and I didn't want to talk about it no more. That's what I said.
So she told this nigga his baby died and she ain't want to talk about it no more. Get this nigga
And
ass.
I'm ready to hate you for the rest of my life, for real. Because you knew. You knew.
Why would you tell me the baby was dead, though?
To be honest, I want him to be hurt.
Okay, so at this point in time, a police officer should have walked up to that bitch and handcuffed that bitch. That's a crime. We are watching a crime take place on national television. Ma'am, you told the child of your father that his baby died and you allowed him to
That's fucked up, but that's not a crime.
So genius, right?
And I think that shit's scripted. I don't know no black woman that wouldn't just simply drop the kid off with their dad instead of saying that it was dead. Like, how many black women you know that would do some shit like that?
A couple, but they real
Oh, real?
malicious.
Oh shit. I don't know any.
But shoot, I know white chicks that'll do that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know some white girls. I don't know too many black girls. They'll drop that nigga off, that baby off with their dad, quick than a motherfucker.
I know some that's done lied about being pregnant to get abortion money. You know, it's folk out here do all
Yeah,
kind of shit.
I know a couple of those. I actually had felt for it.
Right, they're like I always, the shit you do will come back to you, cause them same folk. Mm.
I actually felt for it once, and the second time, my sister called her. She actually Googled a pregnancy test, and my sister caught that shit. She was like, "Wait a minute, let me check something real quick." It was the first fucking picture that popped up.
Mm-hmm.
to believe that. That is, you know what the fuck that's called? Terrorism. Facts. That's called terrorism.
Lord, he done
Imagine that.
learned his
Imagine you
phrase,
listen to me.
y'all.
Don't you know you would go to jail if you drop that goddamn dog off at a pet shelter and you come to pick it up and they say, "Ma'am, your dog got ate by a damn another dog. It's not here no more." And then 3 weeks later they say, "Never mind, we found it." They will be in jail. You will be in jail for that. Let alone imagine doing that with a human. Imagine doing that with a living, breathing human.
That's crazy.
You
If
told the
these
father
folks
that his
don't
baby
know you
died and let this
crazy,
nigga. You, like I said, you don't know if this nigga took off work.
I just noticed literally everything that a woman does wrong to a man in his eyes is terrorism.
mm-hmm.
Everything. Shit. A woman can put a coffee table in the middle of the in the middle of the living room.
Terrorism.
The nigga bump his knee on it. Terrorism.
You don't know if this nigga quit his job. You don't know if goddamn you know he was gonna commit suicide. You had no clue about the outcome of you telling him that, or maybe you did. Or maybe you did, or maybe she did. But either way it go, this bitch need to be handcuffed for at minimum mental and emotional abuse and child abuse. Period.
I wanted his feelings to be hurt. I just wanted him to feel something because I never feel like he feels anything.
No, you don't feel anything, bitch. But I'm gonna say that to say
This nigga don't even realize if we go off his logic, he should be in jail right now for mental abuse against old people and terrorism. And terrorism. You took everything away from her so that she would submit to you. That's not mental abuse.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the most fucked up part about it because he does everything that he's pointing out, but he doesn't see, he doesn't think that when he does it,
He
it's
sees
any of it.
nothing wrong with what he does.
Right.
this. That's a mission right there. I wanted him to feel hurt.
Or she just doesn't get the reaction she wants out of him.
Yeah. Well, bitch, get ready to get handcuffed. You already look good in that orange. So, goodbye. Like I said, somebody should have walked up and cuffed this bitch. I would have walked up and said, "Man, put your fucking." Soon as this segment was over, I would have said, "Put your hands behind your back. Okay, you're getting charged. Goodbye."
And I'm always the one just feeling some stuff, like feeling hurt,
She
feeling
wanted to
lost.
feel what you're feeling.
I did. And I apologized to him.
And that's why you're not a police officer. Could you imagine him as a police officer?
He'll be kicked out for malpractice, not malpractice, police brutality. He'll be done fondled somebody under the guise of searching them.
Yeah, I think it'll be mainly because if they look at all the people he arrested, they'll all be black people.
Mm-hmm. But let's
And I
be
know that's
real. He
never going
wouldn't
to be
even make
enough.
it through the school.
You know, apology is not enough. I understand that, and I understand what I did was wrong.
Travis.
Punch that bitch in the fucking face. I just said, ma'am, do you want to go to jail or do you want us to let him beat your ass? Because you probably going to go in there and get your ass beat by the way you be running your fucking mouth so far. So do you want to go to jail or do you want us to let him just whoop your ass right now while we can stop it? Period. Period. Period.
And it was very wrong, and I'm sorry. But I did. I wanted to punish him.
His ass need to press charges on that bitch. Obviously, the police can't do it themselves, but his ass need to press charges on that bitch. That's what the fuck he need to do. That's what the fuck he need to do. He need to press charges on that bitch. He need, just like on Steve Wilkos, when you take that lie detector test to court, that's what he should have did. I would have took this shit right to a courtroom and said, you heard what that bitch just said she did?
Shit, actually, I don't even think that nigga make it through the psych eval.
That's what I'm saying. They do that while they in school.
Right.
Okay, now this right here, y'all, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not just gonna get on the black woman. I'm gonna get on this black man too. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This is, I can't deal with no nigga like this. I don't want my kids around no niggas like this. I can't deal. This is some jungle gym ass nigga shit. Man going viral having both his baby moms chasing while riding with his new girlfriend. Let's just go right into it. Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, look at this shit. I got both my baby mamas chasing me. Wow, both my baby mamas. My first and my third. Y'all not lit like me. Look at them. Both of them. They trying to get.
If you got both of your baby moms teamed up chasing your ass down the street, nigga, you did something. You did something.
Or else he got the wood of the century. Shadow.
Or that. Yeah, but they wouldn't like each other if he did.
Hey,
They
in
would
order
fight
to
each
keep,
other over.
look, it's been some strange shit that go down. In order to keep a new girl out, they might team up. Ain't no telling these days. Depending on the location, if that's the A, they might shin.
True. True. Yeah, that's believable that they'll team up. New chick gets involved.
Mm-hmm.
On Voltron on his ass.
They can't keep a real nigga down. Look at this shit.
Nah, Kevin, yeah, dude.
Look at him. Look at him.
Okay, now, let's break this down, right? This is kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie, it is kind of funny.
I gotta use the bathroom real quick. I'm gonna let it play. Step off.
But being mature about this shit, I knew somebody was gonna laugh. That shit is kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. But now listen to me. Being mature about this situation, right? What if you crash? What if you crash? So you got two different baby mothers chasing you. Whatchamacallit? What if you crash? So that's child endangerment. What if you crash? Second of all, okay, not only do you run the risk of crashing your vehicle, okay? Now you run the risk of a potential manslaughter with your new bitch, because who's to say that they won't hit this bitch and kill her on accident?
On purpose, on accident.
Oh yeah, on purpose on accident. So you endangering your new bitch, you endangering your kids that you already got, and nigga, if a child or somebody run into the street, y'all can run them the fuck over. You know what I'm saying? It's just this is called reckless endangerment. That's what that's called. And then it's like, dude, let's just keep it pushing so I can continue to break this down.
Look at him. Look at him. I'm going viral. I got my baby mama chasing me. They did good. I done thug these bitches today. Man, these bitches out here chasing me.
Now listen to me. I don't know where his psyche is at. But to me, it's not about if your penis is good. It's about Nigga, you are being a threat to the general public with this type of behavior. Y'all could have did this shit at y'all house. You got two different motor vehicles driving way above the fucking speed limit with kids in the back of
Excuse
them
me, sir, but
chasing
pull
you
over
with
and
your
let
new
me out.
bitch. So
I
what
don't want
happens
on
when
this.
y'all actually start? Because at the end of the day, I know he didn't get away from him. So they parked at some point in time and a fight broke out. So what happens when the new bitch get
Oh, you
fucked
talking about
up, or
Vanderella
when you
Kevin?
hit one of them and they say you hit a girl, or one of the kids get fucked up? What happens? Like I said, what happens? What happens? I don't understand it. Like I said, I don't understand it. But no disrespect, this is why the community is so goofy, because everybody think everything is a fucking joke. Everybody think everything is a fucking joke. Everything is not a joke all the time. I would have never played like that. I would have never played like that with my kids. Bitch, don't be speeding with my... Listen to me. I've been in sports cars since I've been buying cars. I've never not bought a car, and I've never... They say he hit the hood, baby daddy nigga dream check. That's a fact. Fucking like... Fuck it. But listen, I've been buying sports cars since I've had vehicles, and I've never even sped with my kids in the car. Now, when I'm in that motherfucker by myself, I'm speeding. Even when I got a female in the car, I'm not speeding. And if I do, I'm going to ask her, bitch, are you comfortable with me going 10 miles over the speed limit? I don't want to hear that. Yup, joke. And we whipping. But other than that, I don't speed with I don't do no tricky shit with my kids in the car. I don't do all that. Like I said, I would have never had my baby mothers chasing me with my kids in the car. How do you explain that to them? The car flipped over, baby, and you are fucking paralyzed for the rest of your goddamn life because I was doing I was living the hood nigga fantasy on Facebook. Let's keep it pushing.
You know you that nigga. When you got both your baby mama chasing you, nigga. I'm that nigga. I got both, and my bitch bad. Look at her. Say hey, baby.
Hey, babe.
And my bitch bad. And my bitch bad.
Now I'm gonna be honest with you. Me personally, I don't. Maybe he do like the new woman better, but I wouldn't trust that new bitch because if you, like I said, obviously I could think for myself, but I do, and I would like a woman, whether it's multiple or one, that would tell me when I'm wrong. So I would never trust this bitch at all to be with my kids because, bitch, you already letting too much fly because I have yet to hear you say as a woman, we shouldn't be endangering them kids. So if you in my house, so let's say the two other baby mothers is out the picture, how mature and how trustworthy is this bitch to not let them kids fuck theyself up? How mature, exactly, how mature and how trustworthy is this bitch to not let them kids actually go outside and get fucked up? I wouldn't even trusted that bitch. I wouldn't even trusted that bitch at all. Let's keep it pushing.
Both my baby mama chasing me. Look, I'm that nigga. I'm that nigga and my bitch in the back of the seat bad. Where they at? We going live. We going viral. Somebody make me go viral. I got both my baby mama chasing me. These been chasing me. I got two been chasing me, nigga. Say I'm not that nigga. Look at them. Them bitches crazy. These hoes.
Cool. Like I said, cool. Cool. I don't know what else y'all want me to say, but this is Baby Mamas Committing Crimes compilation. Y'all continue to send me in video footage. I will do reviews on it. Send me video footage to my Twitch. And we going to look into, what the fuck is this nigga name? The Karamo Show. Let's pull that up.
The dude that had
The
the
Karamo
face
Show.
lady
We about to
on
look
it.
into
I
that.
knew that was him.
I'm finna start doing reviews on reality TV on the Karamo Show. See, I'm gonna start right there, the Karamo Show, because if they on there giving it up like that, we need to watch that. I can't believe this shit, right? Oh, they giving it up on the Karamo. Okay. I'm paralyzed and my daughter is downright cruel. My mom burnt me with an iron and I abandoned her kids. Miami girls trip from hell ruined our relationship. Help my out of control 14-year-old sister. Oh, it's going down on here.
Where's that one
Where he said that, where she said that, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, but we about to
I
find
was
it.
shot 9 times, and my son was shot twice.
I can't. This boy is thrown off.
We'll find it. Right there. She said their baby died, but she really gave it up for adoption.
Wow.
That's a crime. That's a crime. I do. You want to do it? Should I do a review on this one?
If you really want to be a CEO, want to be an entrepreneur,
long
you
is
should
it?
take the first step. Create the
17 minutes, but it's gone. It's gone.
Let's go.
Listen, y'all. All I'm gonna say is this: I exposed the bitch for doing this. It's this fake ass conscious bitch named Ajna. Matter of fact, let me pull this bitch up.
She did what?
He
That
act like we
bitch
don't hear that
gave her
crack
baby up
ass
for
people.
adoption and used the money to go get some fake titties. Yeah, but she be on the internet right now. Her right here. Look. Look. Let me show y'all. Look, her. This bitch right here. I blew this bitch years ago. Blew this
Let me
bitch.
see her.
Her. Man, this
What
bitch
do
be
you
on the
mean?
internet acting like she the most. You know who this is? You probably seen her before.
I don't.
Man,
Remy!
this bitch be on the internet. This bitch be on the internet giving all. That's her baby father right there. This bitch be. Oh, here we go. Somebody got her. Let me put this up. This bitch be on the internet acting like she the holiest thing since goddamn forever. You feel me? That bitch need to go to jail. This bitch need to go to jail. I blew this bitch long ago.
You blew her?
Watch this. Watch this. All y'all got to do is go to this
I'm
IG.
confused.
Wait, hold on. YP Instagram live. Man, I used to do my Instagram lives and then I would record them and upload them. Now watch this.
Remy!
4 years ago I blew her.
Why does he
Yeah,
keep
I've been
saying
exposed the
it?
shit out of her. This is 4 years ago. Look at this.
Shout out Diddy G for that. That's my one. All right, y'all.
Right here. Let's get the exact date. I don't play them
Right.
games. April 1st, 2020.
Ken.
I had everything up here. I had all the goddamn evidence up here. All the damn photos, all the DMs, everything that this bitch actually did. Still got it. Like I said, my investigation game is A1. I'm undefeated. Like I said, this bitch, listen, black women rock with anything. This bitch sold her baby and then used the money for titties.
Nah, we ain't just
and
gonna
she did not
skip
give the
past
baby
that
to the
you
father
blew her
when the
years
father
ago.
wanted the baby because she wanted to buy some new breasts.
No.
But she's sitting on the internet talking about black man, 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 black man. And you would never know that this bitch sold her baby for a pair of titties. Facts. And then lied on her baby daddy about it. Let's see if that shit come up. Watch this. Ajna Surah sold her child for plastic surgery. Let's see if it come up. I got it though. All y'all got to do is go watch this. All the evidence is right here. This shit 37 minutes. All the evidence is right here. I think this is the only video I did. If not, I did one more.
That's that nigga kid. And that's why.
Boop. This video gone. But I said to say this. Man, these hoes is trifling.
It's the wrong
Listen to me.
video.
Black American women is the fucking most deviant, malevolent, criminal bitches you could think of. Like I said. It's one thing to be bad. It's another thing to be viceful. Like, it's just the level. It's just the lowest. It's just the level of low that you would stoop. Like, bitch, we ain't say you sold cocaine. We ain't say you prostituted. You sold your kid and brought titties and wouldn't give them to his father when his father wanted them, and then lied about it. And this bitch did the same thing. Listen to me. Hold on. Didn't we just do a little review? I'm finna do a whole review on this. We gonna watch this live.
It doesn't really cost.
Look.
This ain't who
She said their baby died, but she really gave it up for adoption. Because she didn't want it. She wanted that money. She didn't want that baby. Which means, bitch, you should have never had a baby. You should have just went and got your tubes tied and started selling pussy. That's what the fuck you should have did. I know that sounds brutal, but you don't know who, at the end of the day, 86% of human trafficking is done through the adoption agencies. You don't know who the fuck adopted that baby. A serial killer could have, Jeffrey Dahmer could have damn adopted that. You don't know who the fuck got your baby once you give your baby up. And you did that for some titties. Yeah, she did admit it.
My bad, y'all. My 2-year-old woke up and noticed that me and her mom wasn't in the bed. Woo.
He said he blew her.
He what?
years ago.
You blew who?
I forget the chick name, but he said he blew her
Wait, so
years
he killed
ago.
a
He
woman?
kept saying it, huh?
So he saying he killed a woman?
No, he said he blew her.
That's what that means.
I didn't know. No, the other blue, bruh.
Oh. Usually when you say he blowing somebody, it means shooting.
Well, when a woman says it, it means
True.
yeah, and you usually don't say that when talking about a woman, but he said that he no, Remy, when you say I blew them away, he said he blew her.
See, I think he's talking about killing her. Let me go back.
No, he ain't. Everybody in the chat say, yo, am I right or is Remy right? Go back and listen to it, bro. Go back and
How far
listen
back is
to it. Probably about 6 or 7 minutes. Hold on, let me see. 23, 16,
I wasn't
13.
going that long, was I?
You was gone for a hot minute, bro. Let me see. Hold on. 11 minus 6. See, about 5 minutes. About 5 minutes. Mm-hmm.
You know how the boss is.
Huh?
I said, you know how the boss is.
Yeah.
A 1-year-old, that's the real boss of the house.
Right.
Anything. This
Now we
bitch
was in here
sold
hollering,
her baby
Remy.
and then used the money for titties, and she did not give the baby to the father when the father wanted the baby because she wanted to buy some new breasts. But she's sitting on the internet talking about black man, 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 black man. And you would never know that this bitch sold her baby for a pair of titties. Facts. And then
Rewind a
lied
little
on her
before
baby
because
daddy
it's right
about it.
before this.
Let's see if that shit come up. Watch this.
I went too
Ajna
far.
Surah sold
No, you didn't go
her
Oh, goddamn.
because it's right before
child
this.
for
Because that's how he got into the titties.
plastic surgery. Let's see if it come up.
Weird conversations you never
I got
thought
it
would
though.
be happening.
All y'all gotta do is go watch this. All the evidence is right here. This shit 37 minutes. All the evidence is right
You
here.
gotta
This
pull
I
it back
think
a
this is
little
the
bit
only
further than
video I
that.
did. If not, I did one more.
Like a minute or two
That's that
before
nigga
that.
kid. And that's why.
Yeah.
Boom. This video gone. But I said to say this, man, these hoes is trifling. I
That's
got it
right
though.
before he started
All y'all gotta
Googling.
do is go watch this. All the evidence is right here. This shit
You
37
hear
minutes.
me?
All the evidence is right here. I think this is the only video I did. If not, I did one more.
That's that
Bruh.
nigga kid. And that's why.
Boom. This video gone. But I said to say this,
About a
man, these
minute
hoes
more
is trifling.
when you got
Hold
it.
on.
Black, listen to me. Black American women is the
You said
fucking
a minute?
most
Yeah, about a minute more
deviant,
back and you got it.
malevolent criminal.
That's that nigga kid. And that's why.
Boom. This video gone. But I said to say this, man, these hoes is trifling. Black, listen to
That
me.
good?
Black American women is the fucking
It's right before
most
that. That's good right
deviant
there.
child for plastic surgery.
Or maybe not, because that's when he started Googling
Let's
her
see if
name.
it come up.
Right before that, he's talking about, I blew her years ago.
Yeah, the only time I ever heard him use.
I got it though. All y'all gotta do is go watch this. All the evidence is right here. This shit 37 minutes. All the evidence is right here. I think this is the only video I did. If not, I did one more.
That's that nigga kid. And that's why.
Boom. This video gone. But I said to say this, man, these hoes is trifling. Black, listen to me. Black American women is the fucking most deviant, malevolent, criminal bitches you could think of. Like I said, like I said, it's one thing to be bad. It's another thing to be viceful. Like, it's just the level. It's just the lowest. It's just the level of low that you would stoop. Like, bitch, we ain't say you sold cocaine.
Bro, how dare you say some shit like that? I ain't never seen a woman lie on a man and get him beat like the way that white lady did in Matilda. I ain't never seen no shit like that happen.
We ain't say you prostituted. You sold your kid and brought titties and wouldn't give them to his father. when his father wanted them, and then lied about it. And this bitch did the same thing. Listen to me. Hold on. Didn't we just do a little review? I'm finna do a whole review on this. We gonna watch this live.
It doesn't really cost.
Look. Okay, so she said their baby died, but she really gave it up for adoption. Cause she didn't want it. She wanted that money. She didn't want that baby. Which means, bitch, you should have never had a baby. You should have just went and got your tubes tied and started selling
Kevin.
pussy.
Wait, but how would she get money if the baby is dead?
Huh? Hold on, say that again.
He's saying that she wanted money from him. How would she get money from him if he thinks the baby's dead?
Bruh, I don't know. I have absolutely no clue. This story is so freaking disjointed. First, he blew her, and then he just segued into the girl selling the baby, putting the baby up for adoption so she could buy a pair of knuckles.
No shit.
And then he couldn't find the one that he was talking about, but another one popped up.
Did I miss it again?
It was right before that part that you kept rewinding back to. I told you like a minute before that.
Oh shit, my bad. I got the volume down low.
That's why I was saying, can you hear me?
Yeah, I didn't hear you. I'm trying to put all these fucking kids back to sleep. I got one back to sleep.
Boss woke everybody up.
Mm-hmm. So my two oldest asleep. The three oldest asleep.
Mm-hmm.
The youngest, the 1-year-old and the infant.
Kevin, you know you wrong. Like, what time stamp is it on right now?
An hour and 8 minutes.
So
8 minutes
pull it back
in.
to an hour and 7, and you should. Let me see what it's do then. Yeah, click right there. 5:30. Okay, so a little bit further back.
I know that sounds brutal, but you don't know who's at the end of the day. 86% of human look. Okay, so she said their baby died, but she really gave it up for adoption. This video gone, but I said to say this. Man, these hoes
right
is before that. Listen to me. Black American women is the more. Let's see if it come up.
A little bit further back. If that's when he Googled about plastic surgery.
So black sold her baby and then used the money for titties, and she did not give the baby to the father when the father wanted the baby because she wanted to buy some new breasts. When the father wanted the baby because she wanted to buy some new breasts, but she's sitting on it, not give the baby to the father. Live. Like I said, this bitch.
Right there. That's
black
right
women rock with anything. This bitch sold her baby and then used the money for titties, and she did not give the baby to the father when the father wanted the baby because she wanted.
Wait, she sold the baby?
That's what he's saying, but she put it up for adoptions. He said that she sold the baby, and he said he had video, but he found another video saying the lady put the baby up for adoption, and he substituted with that. So I don't know.
Meaning he ain't got no fucking video. He just created scenarios.
Basically, but yeah, right before he started talking about that, he was talking about he blew old girl, and then he started saying that she sold her child. So I don't know.
Wanted to buy some new breasts, but she's sitting on the internet talking about black man, 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 and you would never black to the bitch. 4 years ago, I blew her.
Right there.
Yeah, I've been on Instagram live. Man, I used to do my Instagram lives, and then I would record them and upload them. Now watch this. 4 years ago, I blew her. Yeah, I've been exposed the shit out of her. This is 4 years ago. Look at this.
Shout out DDG for that. That's my one right. All right,
so
right here. Let's get the exact date. I don't play them games. April 1st, 2020.
So I guess
I
it
had
means like,
everything up here. I had all the
So
goddamn
I guess
evidence
blue
up
is supposed to
here,
mean
all the
exposed.
damn photos,
yeah,
all the
yes.
Blew
DMs,
up her spine.
everything that this bitch actually did. Still got it. Like I said, my investigation game is A1. I'm undefeated.
But then
Like I said,
watch when he
this
switch it
bitch.
out.
Listen,
I'll be
black
right
women
back.
rock with anything. This bitch sold her baby and then used the money for titties, and she did not give the baby to the father when the father wanted the baby because she
Hold
wanted.
up. Now, Sugarfoot, let me just say this. Your investigation game is fucking horrible. You need to go and look up what investigation really is. For real. Sitting on YouTube and Googling shit is not investigating. And copying and pasting somebody else's investigation is not an investigation. You need to go back and look up the definition of investigate. And you're only exposing yourself that you're not going to school for to be a private investigator because of the way you think you're investigating.
wanted to buy some new breasts. But she's sitting on the internet talking about black man, 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 black man. And you would never know that this bitch sold her baby for a pair of titties. Facts. And then lied on her baby daddy about it. Let's see if that shit come up. Watch this. Ajna Surah sold her child for plastic surgery.
Did the lady say that she did that? Or is he just coming up with a scenario? Or is he just making this shit up? Because if you're talking about that same lady, I never heard her say that shit. And I was listening to some of it on my phone when I was in the bathroom. Not once did I hear her say that shit.
Let's see if it come up. I got it though. All y'all got to do is go watch this. All the evidence is right here. This shit 37 minutes. All the evidence is right here. I think this is the only video I did. If not, I did one more.
That's that nigga kid. And that's why.
Boop. This video gone. But I said to say this. Man, these hoes is trifling. Listen to me. Black American women is the fucking most deviant, malevolent, criminal bitches you could think of. Like I said. It's one thing to be bad. It's another thing to be viceful. Like, it's just the level. It's just the lowest. It's just the level of low that you would stoop. Like, bitch, we ain't say you sold cocaine. We ain't say you prostituted. You sold your kid and brought titties and wouldn't give them to his father when his father wanted them, and then lied about it. And this bitch did the same thing. Listen to me. Hold on. Didn't we just do a little review? I'm finna do a whole review on this. We gonna watch this live.
I had enough of him shitting on black women and creating false narratives. Let's watch this nigga get exposed. About to go. Let's get back into Enlightened Journey's video. Because she got a lot of shit in there that nobody saw. And so far, she done caught him in like 13 lives. And we only watched like 5 minutes of the shit.
I'm back.
Let's finish Enlightened. Let's watch this nigga get exposed. I'm done listening to him blabber. I said, I'm done listening to his blabbering. Let's watch this nigga get exposed.
I have tickets to prove that I was in a box and indicted me on a crime that I didn't commit. Get this felony and sponge off my record. Tired.
Only right.
Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips for
Get a
balance and free.
disclaimer. You know, apparently you can't start a GoFundMe account to ask for help for legal matters. So I'm letting y'all know, the GoFundMe account is in the link, the video description. The GoFundMe account link is in the video description of this video. So that being said, it's at the bottom of this video. So if you want to support me, the GoFundMe account.
Wait a minute, Mr. Pharaoh. I thought you told everybody you ain't getting no help from nobody.
Right. He set up the one GoFundMe for that, and somebody got it took down. So then he turned around and set up another GoFundMe. The plot thickens.
They got the nerve to turn around and say he ain't getting no help from nobody.
That's how folk do.
For supporting me in regards to my personal endeavors and things in life that I may need to take care of. If you feel that there's personal things in my life that are important and you want to support me for, then you can donate at the link below. And you can show me love, and I'm asking for my community to support me in regards to personal matters in my life that I feel I need to take care of. Niggas is going down. Like I said, niggas is going down. I'm letting all them niggers go to the feds. I don't give a fuck about them niggers. Bye, niggers. Nobody got time for y'all waste of life ass niggers.
See?
I did all of this. I ain't got time for that. So that being said, that's the disclaimer before GoFundMe try to say I'm violating their GoFundMe rules and regulations. Now that being said, boom. After hearing this info, I ask that everybody listen to this video in its entirety so that y'all can hear step by step.
I think it was another reason. I think GoFundMe knew that he wasn't using that money for what he said he was using it for.
I told you somebody reported the GoFundMe page as soon as he put that bit up.
Right.
They told him what he was doing with the money, and GoFundMe got specific rules on what you cannot use they funding for, and he was using it for that, so they snatched that bit down.
Right.
That was that year. They got a whole bunch of people GoFundMe snatched. Umar, Polite had one for that when he got slammed by the LAPD. Okay.
Shit, I'm about to start one. I'm about to start one. I got a legit reason. A legit reason. But I'd rather start it for Maul instead of myself.
I'm going to comb through everything that happened, all right, in regards to me legally, so that y'all can hear the blatant disregard of just New York State law by New York State magistrates and district attorneys and attorneys alike. So with that being said, I'm going to break down what led me what led up to me doing the 3.5 years in prison, how I was wrongfully convicted and lied upon. And I'm in this video right here. You can send, if you know any attorneys, any lawsuit attorneys out there, civil suit attorneys out there who hear this information, you want to take this case, you can contact.
Hold up, Mr. Pharaoh. Hold up, Mr. Pharaoh. You said you represented yourself.
It was a lie.
Contact me at the email below in the description. Also, whatchamacallit, the email, if you don't feel like running to the description, I'm going to give it to you now. It's ypattorney@gmail.com. So the letter Y, the letter P, the word attorney @gmail.com. Any lawyers out there see this and y'all want to contact me, I am fully welcoming y'all. I'm seeking help from legal counsel because I would like to file a civil suit as well as get this overturned and get this felony expunged off my record due to me being wrongfully convicted. And that is the point of this video. So with that being said, if you want to support me and you're watching this video, the link is in the description. Now, those are the disclaimers. Now, let me get into the case. All right. So, in 2012, I was minding my goddamn business. And I was wrongfully arrested by 2 officers.
To hold you down for a bit, Pharaoh.
I got my arrest papers. I stopped talking to you in 2011.
That's not true either.
That's not true, because that's not when you went to jail. That wasn't in 2011. That wasn't in 2011.
Only the criminal possession of a weapon in second degree stuck. Now, for those of you who don't know, criminal possession of a weapon criminal possession of a fully loaded firearm, or criminal possession of a weapon in the second degree, entails that you have a fully loaded firearm and that you intend to do bodily harm. So keep those in mind, that you intend to do bodily harm and that you have a fully loaded firearm. Now, two things wrong with that. For one, I was arrested on a front lawn, 2 houses over from where they found the firearm. The firearm was found in a yard about 2.5 to 3 houses over, with a whole dog in the yard, away from where I was arrested at, which was on a goddamn front sidewalk, on somebody's front lawn by the sidewalk. So I don't live in the area I got arrested in. I don't know the damn people they found the yard. I don't even know who house that was I got arrested in front of.
My bad.
Period.
My wife just called me.
I know he better act like he know what happened to
She drunk in horn toad mode. God.
Live gonna be over soon, y'all.
Nah, I asked her what time she coming. She didn't come home till like 2, 3.
to Ashley Thompson off Carl and Delavan, because that's where I went to jail from. Nah, so I ain't crazy. Yeah. Like I said, I remember all of this shit. The night I went to...
You hear the lie that she just called him, man?
Mm-hmm.
He said he didn't know where he got arrested and he didn't know the people. Where you going? It's crazy because he remember all these details after he got drugged. Before he drugged himself,
You know
he couldn't
he
remember.
lying. That boy love is lying. Mm-hmm.
Right. Before he drugged himself, he couldn't remember shit. Now you remember every fucking detail in the world.
jail, I bet you Richard had a white T-shirt on and he ran to my cousin's house on whatchamacallit, off of Herman and Fox. I bet you he ran to my cousin's house off that by that bar off Fox. Ask me how I know he ran there. Cause I told him I was about to go there and he pushed me and ran first. Yeah. Mind you, these officers have...
Now he pushed him. And just because you told him that you was gonna run there doesn't mean he ran there.
You don't know where he went because you went to jail.
So
right.
It's not a secret that these are corrupt officers.
And if he was setting you up when he had met up with the cops,
he wouldn't have had to run.
Right.
And besides, Pharaoh running is part of the thing that tipped the cops off. They wasn't paying him no attention till he looked at them and was like, "Oh shit," and took off running.
Right. That is a good point though, sis. I never thought about that. If he was setting him up, why would he run? He would have stayed there and at least, fake like he got arrested.
Right.
To make it look good.
Now, long story short, I was charged with criminal possession of a firearm in the 2nd degree and 2 other misdemeanor charges: obstruction of justice and resisting arrest. Now, with that being said, obstruction of justice and resisting arrest didn't stay. Let's put a police report out. Let's put a police report, man. I'm telling y'all now, nigga, bitch, bury me with my paperwork when I die. Okay, this is every...
In most situations, that's basically how it goes. They come up and bust you. They fake arrest the person that's setting you up to make it look legit.
Mm-hmm.
So why would Richard take off running?
Richard didn't even have to take off running because the cops didn't even see him.
Right. No, he did because he had a pistol on him too.
Yeah.
So if anything, you almost got Richard locked up. When you think about it. Because they wasn't even worried about him. So ultimately, you almost got that nigga locked up.
Yup.
He one of them niggas that get mad when he get caught. Like everybody's doing the same shit. And he
why
only
he one got caught. Yeah.
And he gets mad and tell on motherfuckers. I had a motherfucker do that to me in middle school. We was making fun of this. I ain't gonna lie, we was bad. We was ignorant. We had a handicap lunch monitor. And we were cracking jokes, laughing at her. And the principal caught us, but he only saw him laughing. So
He
this
told
nigga
on
got
all
mad at
y'all.
me too. Yeah. He was mad. He was mad because we was laughing at him like, that's what you get. He's like, man, he was doing it too. And then the lady looked at me and was like, yes, him too. I was like, man, you was a bitch ass nigga. Rest in peace to the boy though.
Badass.
Yeah, rest in peace to him though, because he got killed a year ago.
Dang.
Yeah.
Case I ever caught. This is every case I ever caught. I got this in physical and digital form. Let's scroll to the back where we get to the police report of my arraignment. Let's scroll to the back. Let's scroll to the back. Like I said, here we go right here. This is the police report. Buffalo, New York Department. Now, mind you, I also got the article in the back right here where it shows that the police were disbanded for corruption. It's from Investigative Post. I got the article right here where they was disbanded for corruption. So I say that to say this.
Oh yeah, he live right
Not
now.
only was this task force
Again?
disbanded for corruption,
Yup.
here's the thing. Richard just admitted.
Hold on. I'm not sure when I got this alert. Oh, he live on Twitch.
T.
Hold on, let me see. Yeah, he live on Twitch. That's it. Twitch. I'm gonna wait for the bullshit music to stop playing.
Admitted that he was there and he took off running with a gun. He just
Right.
said,
He
y'all
came
just
with
heard
the shooter.
Richard say, you had a gun, I had a gun. Now here's the thing. I'm telling y'all,
That was so
this
funny.
nigga had 2 guns. I'm telling y'all, those was.
You know what I just realized too?
Mm.
I think you really did snitch. Because think about it. How did you was you facing 15 years? Only got 3. He was on probation, and y'all know he like to project the shit that he does onto other people.
Yeah, he very well could have snitched.
And like I said, when King World was about to list them names, that's when he got the whip and he's trying to whip his dick out. That's when he got, that,
Little
if you
Winky
go,
boy.
yeah, if you go back and watch the video, that's when he jumped up and tried to whip his dick out. He was like, "Who did I snitch on?" He was like, "I'm about to tell you right now. I'm about to tell you right now." And as he was trying to pull it up, that's when he's flipped out.
Both his guns. I'm telling y'all that I had my gun license. So even if I had a gun, I had my gun license. I lost my gun license because of this. I had my gun license.
First of
That's
all, it
the
doesn't make sense.
stupidest thing I've ever heard
Yeah.
before in my life.
Yeah, first of all, that makes absolutely no sense because you wouldn't have got charged in the first place if you had a gun license. Second of all, you can't get a gun license until you're 21 in the state of New York. You can go to the shooting range at age 14, but you can't have a gun license in New York until you're 21. So that's some bullshit right there.
From the SWAT store
Richard said he
in
could have a
Lackawanna.
license though.
Now let's read the report. Y'all just heard Richard admit that he was on the scene and that he was on the scene with a firearm.
Operation
Now let's see what the report
He
says.
just salty
The
'cause he
report
got
is never
caught.
going to mention Richard being there and is never going to mention Squally being there.
Cause the cops.
I think I
didn't
should date an
see
older
him.
woman too. That's why I want Madison. But peep gang, we finna read the report. What the report say? This shit say, defendants Marshall Daniels, and it doesn't say nobody else name but me. And then it say, let's read it. It says, in that the defendant did have in his possession and under his control a 9mm Smith & Wesson model 6904 serial number TCU 1859, loaded with 9 live rounds, 1 in the chamber, 8 in the magazine. Officers on routine patrol observed the defendant walking west on High Street at 599 High. Officers noticed defendant wearing winter gloves in 73-degree weather. Defendant began running and did pull a back handgun out of the front area. Defendant took off running with black handgun in right hand, traveling west down, turning around at High and Johnson, heading back east. Officers witnessed defendant throw black handgun at 575, hitting house, making a loud thump. After a lengthy foot chase, the defendant was apprehended in front of 575 High, where defendant had threw gun. Officer Mark Hamilton did recover said.
He's stupid as fuck for reading this shit out. Because it literally contradicts
This
every single thing that he's saying.
Nice.
It literally contradicts everything that he's saying. He don't even realize it.
Lives in 73-degree weather.
Right. And he keep talking about that the charge that they gave him, criminal possession in the second degree. He keep talking about he had to be shooting somebody or pointing a gun at somebody, and that's not the case. You just got to have the gun.
It says possession. There's a whole other charge for shooting.
That weapon in yard of 575 High. Evidence was submitted by Lieutenant Strobel. Mark Hamilton did unload gun, making it safe. Now, not only is I'm telling y'all that they full of shit, Richard just admitted that he was there with the fucking gun. So whether I had a gun or not, why the fuck did you not say that it was 2 motherfuckers with guns?
Now, why is it important? I didn't have possession of a fire.
He didn't take off running when he saw the cops.
Right. I don't know why he keeps saying that.
Because he don't understand why he got arrested and Richard didn't. He really does not understand that shit. We all understand because Richard didn't take off running.
They keep trying to convince us that he know the law.
He trying to make it some kind of big conspiracy. Nah, bro, you look suspicious as hell.
And how would it be a conspiracy? You wasn't even young Pharaoh at the time. I guess they had the foresight to know he was going to be trouble or something.
I guess.
Firearm. It wasn't on me. I didn't have constructive possession because I don't know who the fuck house that was, and I did not know that it was a firearm back there, allegedly. So with that being said,
here we go.
Mind you, the weapon was disassembled. Okay.
Yes,
so here's the catcher. How do you charge me with criminal possession of a fully loaded firearm with intent to do bodily harm if A, there was nobody around, according to the police, there was nobody around that I was aiming a gun at, I wasn't doing nothing to nobody, okay, because I'm going to go into their testimony. And then for 2, the goddamn magazine was not in the gun, and it was no bullets in the magazine. So you didn't even find a fully loaded firearm. You found pieces
they found all
of a weapon. You found
the report don't say that he disassembled it. The report say that
he disassembled it in the backyard, and that's where he threw it at. But all the pieces was right there. It's a full police report, and then there's a partial police report, from what I remember.
So he basically thought
the first time he tried to come out and lie about this shit, he was like, "But the gun wasn't even together." That's why we went looking, and then we found the police report. When he was in that backyard, he jumped the fence and he tried to disassemble the gun real quick, so they couldn't get him with carrying a firearm. Because if it's disassembled or whatever, the lock piece missing or whatever, they can't charge you with an active firearm. So he did that. But when he did it, the cop was right behind him and saw him throw the shit. So they know what he did.
So he thought that if you disassemble the gun, they can't charge you with it.
Yeah.
Doofus magoofus. It's still a fucking gun.
Mm-hmm.
And if they see you dissembling it,
I don't know. I guess he figured he could scatter it. Either way it go, they got it.
How was he running doing that shit though?
He saw the cops and automatically took off running because he was doing wrong.
Base of the gun, you found a magazine and you found some live rounds, to which 2 of the rounds is missing and nobody can account for the shells. So with that being said, even find a fully loaded firearm. How did you charge me with a fully loaded firearm? Okay, so now I'm arrested, right? I bail out and I go to probation. Probation arrests me with an unsigned warrant from my judge. So I go to probation.
And they can still charge you with a loaded firearm if the bullet.
He was already on probation for something. They violated his probation when he got caught with the firearm.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if the bullets are still in the clip, and I'm pretty sure he ain't have time to take all the bullets out, that still counts as a loaded firearm.
Yeah, that's why he got charged with a loaded firearm.
My probation officer don't say nothing. I'm talking to her normal. She like, I'm gonna be right back. She leave out of the room. She come back. Put your hands behind your back, is what she tells me. I said, why? She said, put your hands behind your back. You under arrest. I said, for what? So I refused to put my hands behind my back. Gardens and Ashley Thompson.
And that's why he was arrested again.
He was already in the papers for something.
No, remember when he said they falsely arrested him, put another charge on him? He was in jail spanking Twizzy?
Yeah.
That never happened. Richard bailed him out, and then his probation officer locked him up for violation. So my guess was right.
Yep.
He told me not to get in the car with him, and I had my gun license from SWAT, which I had to pay for. Which I had to. Richard, Frank Sedita got a copy of it. I bet you I just seen Joseph Moscato. I bet you my gun license.
If he had a gun license, he would have never got arrested on a gun charge.
Right. Richard said he did have a security license or something like that.
So what, was he working security somewhere?
I guess he really was trying to learn how to do that. I don't know. Richard says it. He about to say it right now.
My gun license.
So that's a bag of clothes back there, though. That's not paperwork.
I bet you I got my gun license from SWAT. But you know why you don't know that? Because we wasn't hanging together. Because we wasn't hanging together.
You got charged with illegal criminal possession of a weapon. If you had a gun license, you wouldn't have been charged with illegal criminal possession of a weapon, bro.
Stupid.
You first told me that
what are you talking about?
Get your gun license, but you ended up going to jail. So, sorry.
Richard, the reason
he had a security license. He had a security license.
Richard.
See? Richard just said he got a security license, whatever the fuck that is.
Top flight security, Craig. Top flight security of the world. He get to carry a nightstick and a flashlight.
That nigga really was trying to be some type of cop.
He was working security in somebody's snow, bro.
Most likely. I'm not gonna lie, when I was younger, I wanted to be a cop, but I wanted to be like SWAT.
Well, it would make sense. Your dad's in the military.
Right.
Wasn't that your hoodie in them gloves too?
I don't know what he's talking about.
Now you
don't want to. Now I don't want to talk about nothing criminal. I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Now you don't know what I'm talking about.
Hey,
come up to me.
Yeah, hold on. Let me ask him something, though, God. I got a question for him. When you went to jail, who bailed you out of jail? Didn't I bail you out of jail? Me and your aunt?
Shit, I was there one time waiting.
Listen to me. I had no contact with Camille Carton.
Hold on. Didn't I bail you out of jail with your aunt?
But I got to answer this first. I had no contact with Camille Carton or Richard Booz from 2011. Richard Booz Jr. popped up on me on August 3rd, asked me to murder
my real name, bro. Why you keep saying my name?
I know, damn. And then
why you keep saying my real name, bro?
He can't help it.
You keep saying Richard Booz. That's just on some police shit.
Getting it all out. Y'all lying.
Stop me saying it. Stop saying my whole name.
This guy up there in the panel that I'm pointing at approached me August 3rd and asked me to.
Where's the paperwork? You just gonna keep repeating yourself.
About stuff like that, though.
Y'all
Can you just stop repeating yourself? Nobody's lying.
This guy up here approached me and asked me to catch a hop.
This guy right here. Hold on. Hold on. I want to use his same
No,
tactics.
I'm making sure. I'm
This
making
guy
sure
right
all
here
this.
got locked up for a gun, right, y'all? And I told this clown, I said, let's wait till your felony hearing. I spent my last money, me and his aunt, to bail this clown out of jail. I knew he was going to jail a week later. Your bail was $1,500. I was at your court at your felony hearing. I said, run your felony hearing. You said, no, bail me out. I spent my last money on this dude to bail him out with his aunt. When I went to jail, hold on, I got.
Now, there's cameras in this building. If any attorneys want to confirm this, there's cameras in our probation building. So she arrests me on an unsigned warrant. Now, when I finally ask for the warrant and I get the warrant, my judge's signature is not on the warrant. So I'm sitting in jail on an unsigned warrant.
Oh yeah, I just
When I
remember.
went to
And that's
jail, hold
where he
on,
just
I
told
got.
Richard just
Now,
told.
there's cameras in this.
Now what you say?
That story that Richard just told about bailing him out. That's
Mm-hmm.
the story that he flipped on. That's the
That's
story
what?
that he switched the roles around and said when he got locked up, Richard spent all his money and didn't bail him out, but it was the other way around.
Mm.
Richard had I think like four pounds of weed when he got locked up, and YP tricked it off.
In this building, if any attorneys want to confirm this, there's cameras in our probation building. So she arrests me on an unsigned warrant. Now, when I finally ask for the warrant and I get the warrant, my judge's signature is not on the warrant. So I'm sitting in jail on an unsigned warrant. I'm telling my attorney that I'm in jail on an unsigned warrant. I keep going to court in front of my probation. I keep not going to court. I keep getting visits from my attorney. I'm telling him when we go to court to bring up the fact that I'm in jail on an unsigned warrant. Ask the judge that he signed this warrant. Now, when we go to court, not only did my attorney not ask the judge, did he not sign the warrant, my judge didn't even know who I was and what I was in court for. When I went to court, my judge said, "What are you here for? Who are you?" And I moved in Ashley. Nigga, my probation paperwork.
That's what I'm saying. We were talking when you lived in the Perrys. We stopped talking when y'all was in the Perrys,
I
though.
was on probation.
2012.
I was on probation.
2012.
No, my probation paperwork say Cairo. I went to jail off Cairo because Richard had 4 guns in the house and Miss Anderson pulled up and he threw them out the window and I moved out the Perrys because Richard kept hiding guns while I was on probation. And I stopped talking to Richard.
That shit gets on my
Go to
nerves.
sit up there looking at him like this nigga really is nuts.
Right. A quiet screenshot of it for me earlier. I'm gonna use it for my next thumbnail.
Mm-hmm.
Golden looks like I cannot believe.
Yeah, nigga is you.
Yeah, I let this man hit and have babies with him. And what I didn't make me lose my train of thought. Oh yeah. He always keeps saying, "Oh, you can go look at the cameras. You can go look at the cameras." The motherfuckers probably ain't saved that fucking footage.
Footage been gone.
Unless you like somebody famous or you committed a heinous crime, they not saving that shit, nigga.
If nothing happened and no lawsuits, some things might be in the archives, but probably not. Damien.
Stopped talking to Camille and I moved on Cairo. And then Richard came up to me on August 3rd, 2012, a year later, and he asked me to murder somebody named Eli. I find it hard to believe that my judge signed a warrant for my arrest on a goddamn piece of documentation and didn't know who the hell I was when they brought me to court. So now I go back to jail.
How do you know it was the same judge?
Boom. I'm in jail now on an unsigned warrant, so I'm illegally arrested for probation. I've been illegally violated by probation, and I'm in jail for a firearm that I'm being illegal.
And you notice, no matter what story he telling, it always winds up ending with Richard Cruz telling him to do something.
Little dude boy.
Charged with. So now I'm in jail for on 2 different illegal accounts. So now I'm sitting in jail, no bail, no nothing. They just hold me in jail. Now I keep going back to probation court.
And if Richard keeps telling you to do this, that, and the third, then that means you were a crash dummy. You don't even realize that you're describing yourself as a crash dummy.
because they waiting to see
Why
if I
they
get
say you
indicted
can't be
for this new
nice to
charge.
some
So
people.
every time I go to court, I keep telling my lawyer, ask the judge, did he sign my warrant? Because I'm not about to be sitting here on no unsigned goddamn warrant. So
2010. Pause. Open my mic up. Open my mic up. In 2010 and 2011, in 2010 and 2011, the last thing that I told you, Richard, when I looked you in your eyes before you set me up, because you listen, you can lie and say we was hanging together. You know for a fact Ashley Thompson told me not to get in that car with you on Delavan and Carl. You know for a fact, you wanted me to go kill. No, you wanted me to go kill somebody from Town Gardens. That's what happened.
he doesn't ask the judge. He must have went behind the scenes and talked to them or something behind the scenes, because now I get to court and they slide me on the table a warrant that's signed, but that's not the original warrant. And I have in my possession right now the original warrant. So if anybody want to see
They
the
can go back
unsigned
and
warrant,
get the
if any
judge to
attorneys out
sign
there
the
want to see
warrants
it, I
later
have it.
for a
But let me say
probation
this now.
violation.
Anything that I bring up
If
or
I'm
say out
not
of my mouth
mistaken.
can be confirmed 100% on transcripts or documentation. I have 100% of all documentation and transcripts that pertain to my case. I got all the motions. I got all the memorandums and orders. I got all the transcripts from all the hearings and trials and testimonies from all the officers and parties involved. So if you need to confirm anything, I have it. I'm not making this shit up. This is 100% factual. Now, with that being said, continuing on. So now I get indicted, right? But before I got indicted, I informed my attorney, which he will confirm. My original attorney. I didn't go to trial with him, but this is my first attorney. By the time I went to trial, I was on my third attorney. So I informed this current attorney that I wish to be present for the grand jury. He tells me, okay. Not only did they indicted me without allowing me my right to face my accuser and be present for my grand jury. So they violated my constitutional rights, my due process, and they violated my right to face my accuser. Like I said, they are the ones that drugged me. This shit is crazy. This nigga's a fucking liar. I know I better find my other 2 USB drives, dog.
So why is y'all saying yes, nigga?
Oh yeah, that's the
So
Mr.
why is you
USB
saying that
drive.
that's
So
not
you
your
can
gun I
pick
went
this
to
shit
jail
up.
for? And why is y'all...
All I'm gonna say is this. This video right here is the evidence video. And I'm finna do this shit in front of y'all right now. Damn, I can't even edit this shit because I gotta reactivate my fucking subscription. I'm gonna do this shit Friday.
Now, the district attorney at the grand jury indicted me on a crime that I didn't commit because I was already in jail. I was arrested August 3rd for the alleged charge. The district attorney out his mouth swore under oath. He said that the crime, he got me indicted for a crime that happened on August 24th. Now, mind you, I couldn't commit the crime because I was already in jail. I have tickets to prove that I was in a box for fighting around or before August 4th. So how was I out committing a crime on August 24th when I was already in jail? So the district attorney went to the grand jury and got an indictment for me on a crime that I never committed because I was already in jail. And not only that, he committed prosecutorial misconduct and prosecutor maliciousness because he never divulged any exculpatory evidence to the grand jurors. Now, for those of you who don't know what exculpatory evidence is, exculpatory evidence, long story short, is any evidence that could deem you innocent of the crime that you allegedly being accused of committing. And the prosecutor has a ethnic code that he must uphold to present exculpatory evidence when pursuing a case. So he never told the jury that not only is he pursuing me for fully loaded weapon of a firearm, he never told them that for one, it was fully disassembled, so it wasn't fully loaded. For two, they didn't find it on me. For three, I was arrested with no 911 call, no warrant, nothing, minding my own damn business. And then for four, he never told them that I didn't have any DNA or fingerprints on the gun whatsoever. Violent criminal. Like I said, I'm not a violent criminal. And Richard keep doing shit and blaming it on me. And all I'm gonna say is this. All I used to do, yes, it's a fact. All I'm gonna say is this. I always had a job and went to work, and the most I ever did on the side was sell weed. And I don't give a fuck, because I'd rather sell weed than be a thief. But I'm going to tell you what, stop associating me with Richard. I never hustled for Richard. I never worked for Richard. All I did was get money and come around and plug. And like I said, you can go get Uwat from the belt. Uwat from the belt to tell you he put up on Sherman one time. I was hustling. He never presented these four facts to the grand jury. He went in there and he told them people what he wanted to tell them, and he shape-shifted the story to fit his means in order to manifest and come back with a true bill, which is an indictment. So now I'm indicted for a firearm that I couldn't have had because I was already in goddamn jail. And then for 2, he indicted me for a firearm that I didn't have no DNA on, no fingerprints on. You found it in the yard, and it wasn't even fully loaded. Okay, and I was arrested without a warrant and no 911 call. So now, boom. Mind you, the district attorney never, ever, ever said this was a typo or anything until we got to trial and I brought it up. I went to trial 2 years after I was arrested from August 3rd. Listen, I got arrested in 2012. I didn't go to trial until 2013 going on 14. And I wasn't sentenced to 2014 because I put in a 330 motion and got my trial overturned, which I'll break down at the end of the story. But the reason I'm bringing that up is because the district attorney at trial tried to say it was a typo. It's not a typo because you said it out your mouth. And then for 2, it's not a typo because you had 2 years to correct the mistake. He didn't bring it up until I brought it up repeatedly. When my lawyer said when I went to trial with my third lawyer, he said, Your Honor, my client has been pleading with y'all that he's been in here all of this time and y'all prosecuting him for a crime he never committed. And then the district attorney tried to say it was a typo. But had I never brought that up, he would have prosecuted me and sent me upstate on a charge that I never committed, which they still end up doing.
As, you know, in the streets, we're taking chances. This is how every day we walk around with guns on. This is what I was doing.
All right, we should be good now. We supposed to win. I don't know why the fuck I didn't think of this shit earlier. I told her sister to go sleep in our room. Even if she do wake up, we should be good. Yeah. The baby shouldn't be waking up till like 4.
Mm-hmm.
So we're all good to go.
This is how I was living. Every day I got a gun on me. He got a gun. This is how we living. And you get jammed up. It might not be your gun, nigga. That don't mean I'm taking it around. I'm gonna do my time, come home, and it is what it is.
Once you put the gun in your possession, you know that you get caught with it, it's yours.
You got charged with criminal possession of a gun, nigga. So when the police pulled up on us, he ran one way. They put up on us. He had gloves, but them police is corrupt too. You heard? Are you speaking about? They didn't put me in the report. Yeah. That's not my fault. I ran one way. You ran the other way. They chased your ass. You had on gloves. I told you don't. Why would you
wear gloves in the summer?
So he ran one. He ran. They chased him. I ran.
Oh shit! It's weird seeing myself on other people's videos. I said it's weird seeing myself on other people's videos. I'll never get used to that. Never.
Ran the other way. He get caught. He throws the gun. They see him throw the gun. Tackle himself and beat his ass. He goes to jail. I come. Me and his aunt go have one, bailing him out. I'm like, yo, he was on probation already for a gun. I come to his court the next day like, yo, man, you want me to bail you out? You know they're gonna lock you up as soon as you go to probation. If I bail you out, you gotta go on a run. They're gonna lock you up as soon as you go back to probation. Yeah, I still bailed the nigga out. Still bailed him out.
Knowing that it was a waste of money.
So that being said,
that's some loyal shit. That's some real loyal shit, yo.
Mm-hmm.
And you still trying to blame him for that. He basically made it right.
You done got caught with a gun twice. That ain't Richard's fault. That's yours.
And then he spent his last bit of money to bail you out knowing it was a waste. That's loyalty. That's actually a true fucking friend.
And look how you treat him.
Right. Because I wouldn't have did that shit. I wouldn't even did that shit for my little brother. I put it on the lawyer. But I'm not bailing you out.
Just for you to go right back in.
I'm indicted now.
That's the most I can do.
Now, I go to court. I have a suppression hearing. Long story short. Now, at my suppression hearing, the officers admit that they never said nothing to me. I wasn't committing a crime, nothing. And they admit that when they found the weapon, there was no distinguishable marks on it. My lawyer asked him, because I'm on my second lawyer at this time, my suppression, and I got the transcript to prove it. My lawyer asked him, are there any markings or anything on this gun that would make it distinguishable from any other weapon? The officer said no. Okay. There was a lieutenant present who was a lieutenant for 27 years who also confirmed no. So these are a lieutenant who's been a lieutenant for 27 years, got on that stand and told the truth. Now with that being said, boom. So now
I learned a lot of shit, doing Young Pharaoh, covering Young Pharaoh videos.
Mm-hmm.
One of the most important things that I learned is just straight tell the truth.
Right.
You can't remember everything that you see. And somebody's going to bring that, somebody's going to find a video. Somebody's going to look the shit up.
Yep. The only reason people used to get away with stuff back in the day is because it wasn't recorded.
Right. And what's the point of lying? If you really rock with me and I tell you the truth and you don't understand, and you wasn't, that's one of the reasons why I fuck with you so heavy, sis.
Yeah.
Because I told you personal things that I wouldn't have told nobody. You never judged me. None of that. That's a real friend.
It ain't what you did, it's what you doing.
Right.
15 days, they don't give me no verdict. I'm writing my judge, and we can, like I said, if there's any attorneys watching this, we can go to judges' chambers and check. We can go to my county clerk's office and check the records. I'm writing my judge, asking him when is he going to give me a court date, because they're holding me in court illegally without no court date. So they hold me for 114 days with no court date, no nothing. I don't know
how they gonna hold you in court with no court date.
They holding folk in court now, y'all.
Right.
The Pharaoh.
Yeah, I hope he in jail. Ooh. You know why he slipped up and fucked up what he was saying? Because you were trying to think of the next lie.
Yeah, basically. The line.
Know nothing about what's going on, anything. So I'm writing my judge repeated letters, asking for a court date. I'm not getting a court date. I finally get a court date. I fire my second attorney because apparently he's not representing me correctly at all. Now, the reason I broke down the fact that the officer stated that there's no distinguishing marks on the gun, because it's going to tie into when I get to trial how they allegedly identified me with the gun. Now, I'm repeatedly requesting the district attorney to fingerprint and do a DNA test on the gun. He's denying me.
And that's one of the worst traits YP got. You shitted on everybody that helped you when you needed it.
Mm-hmm.
From Richard, Camille, the entire black community.
Golden.
I know people like that.
SETI.
Right. I know people like that are, quick to ask you for something.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as
they don't need nothing right there, you ain't never did shit for me. Then as soon as something happen again, here they come, trying to act humble.
So I got somebody really close to me that do that shit all the time. And that's one of the worst traits in people,
Mm-hmm.
Especially when they act like you never did anything for them.
Right.
I have an actual letter and piece of documentation from the district attorney himself in his office stating that they are denying me my right to get a fingerprint, to get the gun fingerprinted and DNA tested to prove my innocence. So he denied me my right to prove my innocence. So that's prosecutor maliciousness, because you're pursuing me for a case that you won't even give me a chance to prove that I didn't do. You didn't do it.
What did he say?
A fingerprinted and DNA tested to my the gun. Now I'm repeatedly.
But why would they DNA test, the fingerprint or DNA test and waste money when it's been stated that you were wearing fucking gloves, nigga?
Right.
You know how much that shit costs?
A lot.
That shit ain't cheap. I mean, the fingerprint, they got it in, every police station.
But DNA testing is expensive.
That shit ain't cheap. They're not gonna waste no fucking money on getting a DNA test.
Dollars on that. They got gold-plated toilet seats to buy.
Yeah, right. Especially when they already know the outcome of the DNA test. You were wearing gloves. But the other day he said the report said that he was pulling the gun out and putting it back on his waist. I don't remember the report saying that.
It didn't. It said they saw him walking down the street with gloves on in the summertime.
Right. And even if it was on his waist, that doesn't necessarily mean DNA would have been on there though. Because if you got a tank top on or a shirt under your shirt,
And they gave the temperature. It was 73 degrees.
right.
Requesting the district attorney to fingerprint and do a DNA test on the gun. He's denying me. I have an actual letter and piece of documentation from the district attorney himself in his office stating that they are denying me my right to get a fingerprint, to get the gun fingerprinted and DNA tested to prove my innocence. So he denied me my right to prove my innocence. So that's prosecutor maliciousness because you're pursuing me for a case that you won't even give me a chance to prove that I didn't do. You didn't get it.
Now I understand what my wife was saying to me. And she had to check me, when I first started getting back into my studies.
Mm-hmm.
I got a little snotty. And she was like, just because you studying that shit don't mean you think you smarter than everybody. And I didn't get it at first. I get it.
You get it now.
Yeah. Well, I actually got it when I started fucking around with y'all. When I met you.
But the point is you got
it. Yeah. But like I really, really get it now. And I see how she felt. And I know how, what she was feeling and what she was trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
Because this nigga really think he's smarter than everybody.
Everybody. Literally everybody.
Yeah. Just because you read a couple fucking books that you probably skimmed through.
He didn't even read them motherfuckers.
Right. Don't mean you smarter than everybody. And you probably, didn't even read. You're right. You probably didn't read them books. You probably watched the
Dearly
videos.
beloved, we are gathered here today under the bridge.
Who we sniping?
And the first thing you want to come in here with that, you already got your mind made up. Bye, Mika. Bye,
I actually did some other content last night.
Do other content all the daggone time. That's why you going to troll heaven.
Yeah, that's the only thing that bothers me about these motherfuckers.
And they come in asking the same questions, but you know what? Right. It's the same thing for everybody. So bump it. And that's why I feel.
And that let me know that you basically made up your mind about me before you even got in here.
Yeah. Been sitting back watching, and then you come in trying to disrupt. So bye.
Right. Because if you go through my channel, you will clearly see that I've done other videos recently.
The only reason Pharaoh pops up for y'all is because y'all watch Pharaoh, and you should know how the recommendations work by now.
Right.
Y'all fake I be where I want. But if you come in criticizing, that means you don't want to be here. Right. Really. For real.
That's the first thing you did was criticize.
Like, we disagree over here all the motherfucking time. But just coming in criticizing folk, nah, B, you gotta go.
You could at least been like, yo, respectfully, do you?
Hey, how y'all doing? Good evening. Something. Let us know.
You from the rip. That's why I like that my chat ain't that fucking big. Cause you think you can come in and troll, and you think I ain't gonna see that shit.
Well, I'm gonna see it regardless.
Right. And even when it do get big, I'm gonna have it slow.
Hey, all right, cool. But let me get this out because I've been trying to do that. But let me get this out. 3 things I want to get out. Why do you keep sneak dissing me? 1, 2. Why do you keep lying, saying that was not your gun I went to jail for? And then for 3, apparently you just had Little Dirk had his bitch drug me. So I want to know what's going on with that.
What?
They be swinging for little slow-mo.
You had something to do with Little Dirk and his bitch drugging me. Yeah, and you spreading rumors saying that I do cocaine, and you message me from J Mill's page talking about I do cocaine. Why would you message? Now this is the intricate part before it continues. After they drugged me, Richard Booz Jr. wrote me from Jaquan Mills' page, who my baby mothers had been sneaking around with the whole time, which I did not know. And they admitted that they drugged me. And they said, ha ha. I'm glad you.
This boy is clearly going through a psychotic break. Bro, you muted. You done muted yourself. You over there spitting hot fire, but we can't hear it.
Right. Look, what I was saying was he messaged them. They didn't message him. He messaged them out of the blue. And the only reason why he did it was because he thought Richard was fucking Camille. That's the only reason why he did it. That's the only reason why Richard came into the picture. He needed somebody to blame for the him taking them shrooms.
Mm-hmm.
You're acting up. Come on.
You admitting it on camera. I'm glad you're admitting that y'all was sneaking around and I did not know. Thank you. Thank you. And I did not know. Thank you. So you're thank you, because now the world knows you set me up. Thank you for admitting it. Now he's about to admit that they wrote me and taunted me about drugging me. My baby mom set me up. Here we go. Listen.
You said to me and the same point.
Yeah, nigga, because you messaged me from his page. Hold on, I went a little too far. Here from this part. Listen. But three, apparently.
The crazy part is you can even hear that Richard clearly doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
I'll be right back.
You just had little Dirk had his bitch drugging. So I want to know what's going on. How you gonna charge me with criminal possession of a gun? I'm telling you it's not mine to do a DNA test, and you deny me the DNA test. What kind of district attorney is you? So with that being said, what kind of interest of justice do you have? So with that being said, now I'm sitting in jail for a gun that I'm being charged with having that I didn't have. Is they saying it was fully loaded and I had intent to do bodily harm. Mind you, it was disassembled. They denied me DNA and fingerprinting, and then they said I had the gun on August 24th. Mind you, I was in jail since August 3rd. Okay. So with that being said, I couldn't have committed the crime because I was
trips. She stepped off. My computer acting the fuck up.
I was already in jail, and then they denied me the means to prove that I didn't commit the crime. So now I get my new attorney. We go to trial. Now here's the kicker: when we get to trial, the gun they don't even bring the gun in the trial in a properly taped evidence bag. The forensics examiner, the lieutenant, everybody testified that the bag was altered and that there was markings and tape on the bag that they didn't put. And somebody even testified that they don't even know they didn't even see that bag before. So they must have, I don't know where they got that bag from to put that in, to bring the gun in. So they brought the gun in the trial in a raggedy exhibit.
And what this nigga seem to not understand or get, either way, you was going to fucking jail. You were on probation and got caught with a loaded gun. So either way, you was going to fucking jail. It was going to be one or the other.
Richard sound high and confused.
You heard what I said though, sis? My computer acting up. I'm about to send it to you.
Okay. Make sure your Chrome don't need to update.
I think I just updated the other day.
It should have went through like yesterday. I know mine did.
I know it asked me to update it a couple days ago.
Timestamp.
45:40. I think it's because I left it on.
Probably. 45:40. That's the end of the video.
I said 45:50.
This video is
Oh wait, no. Shit, I'm looking at the wrong one. My bad. 27:46.
27:46.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little high.
Mm-hmm.
Forensics examiner, the lieutenant, everybody testified that the bag was altered and that there was markings and tape on the bag that they didn't put. And somebody even testified that they don't even know they didn't even see that bag before. So they must have, I don't know where they got that bag from to put that in, to bring the gun in. So they brought the gun in the trial in a raggedy exhibit bag, all in shambles, bullets here, clip here, magazine here. The officer who found the gun testified that it was in the the lieutenant who was a lieutenant for 27 years testified that the gun was disassembled when he got it. He testified that on the record. He testified that the gun was not assembled. The officer, the lieutenant who was a lieutenant for 27 years, testified that some unknown officer who works at the police station that they can't identify signed the gun out of the evidence locker and took it whoever knows where. And he also testified that when he first got it, he didn't even immediately submit it to the forensics, to the CSI lab. Now, this is going to be important, family. Now, the firearms examiner, he admitted that there was no chain of custody ever established because he admitted that there's somebody in his crimes forensics lab who is supposed to.
You can say all this bullshit that you want. None of that shit matters. None of it matters because you were on probation and got caught with a loaded weapon. I said, you can keep talking about, they mishandled the evidence and this, that, and the third. None of that shit matters.
No, I don't. And I thought I heard you say pull it back.
No. You can if you want. You were on probation. You were on probation with a loaded weapon. So none of that shit matters.
None of it.
Either way, your ass was going to jail.
Going to jail now.
You're lucky they didn't prosecute you to the fullest extent.
Right.
The weapon and turn it into him for him to do the testing. He testified that person not only didn't handle the weapon, that a minimum of 2 people handled the weapon when it should have only been 1. So he testified that that a minimum of 2. So that's 2 more than the normal amount of people who's supposed to handle the weapon before him handled it. And he also testified in trial that there was writing on the bag of a signature of an unknown person that they don't know. All I know is I had not seen Richard for a long ass time. And then the first day that I seen Richard, that I went to jail for a gun. That's all I know. That's all I know. Never forget he said that. Never forget he said that. Like I said, I'm going to shoot this nigga. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. His ass getting shot. This nigga getting shot. This nigga's getting shot.
If you really think about it, the only reason why he probably got the time that he did is either one of 2 reasons. Either it was his first violation or he snitched on somebody.
Mm-hmm. What year was he born in?
I think like 92 or 93.
So he was underage when he caught that first charge, I think.
Right. What was he on probation for anyway?
A gun charge. That's what Richard said.
Yeah, he snitched on somebody.
Not necessarily. If he did the first one when he was underage, they might have let him off easy. And then he turned around.
If you're on probation for a gun charge and you get caught with a loaded gun, come on, sis.
Yeah, that's New York. He probably snitched on somebody.
Yeah, he snitched on somebody.
He got him a 2-piece and a strawberry Fanta.
Right.
Nah, he looked basic, so probably great.
I'm gonna ask Richard about that shit because he probably know,
Probably.
Shot.
or he
Period.
probably don't know why
Period.
Peter
Signed out
snitched
the
on
gun.
that.
So now we in trial. I'm being charged for a firearm that not only
Khalifa.
I'm telling y'all I don't have no DNA on it. I was in jail at the time. Y'all saying I committed the crime. I couldn't have committed it. But now y'all don't even know if this the same gun because everybody's already testifying that it was signed out.
Hanging with Richard.
What in the world is you talking about,
What
Anna
did this?
Hernandez?
You see Richard want to cut the shit off. This is a letter that Richard wrote me in jail. They had no reason to pursue you. They did not find anything on you because you never had shit. That's why your DNA not on shit. It's your word versus theirs. The burden is on the state. But didn't he just get on live and say I had a gun? Didn't he just get on live and say I had a gun? Richard had the gun. I had my gun license. Bet I got my gun license from SWAT. I bet I had my gun license from SWAT. Bet I did.
I don't know what the hell. Don't nobody know where the hell this magical gun has come from now that I'm being charged with, and I'm getting ready to spend 3.5 years of my life in prison over. So now, with that being said, boom, the chain of custody is never established. The gun is never properly identified. My lawyer brings up how they said I didn't. The district attorney has prosecuted me for a crime I couldn't have committed because I was already in jail. Now, mind you, I'm in a non-jury trial. I'm trusting the judicial system to be righteous, and guess what they do? My judge allowed all of that. Non-jury, by the book. He blatantly ignored all of that illegality and allowed all of that to be admissible. So he said it was admissible for me to be charged with a crime I couldn't have committed. He didn't drop or lower my charge or reduce my charge to at least an inoperable possession possession of an inoperable weapon. He still kept my firearm at an operable possession of a fully loaded weapon, even though we clearly see and that everybody clearly testified that it wasn't loaded. He allowed the chain of custody to be allegedly established when clearly everybody testified that somebody then took the gun and nobody know who it was, which clearly shows a break in the chain of custody. Okay, and then there was another witness who was supposed to come testify from the crime because they know they didn't handle the gun. So the chain of custody at this point in time was never established. I don't have no DNA or fingerprints on this gun. I'm being denied my right to even be fingerprinted or DNA tested. I'm being charged with a crime I didn't commit because I was already in jail. Okay? I'm being railroaded the hell out of. Now, why did I make the point that the officers testified that there was no distinguishing marks on the weapon? Because they had no way to pinpoint the gun to me. So this is what they did, family. One of the officers allegedly testified that he seen me throw a weapon and that it made a loud thud, right? And he.
I was thinking about it too. That's a good idea. Remind me to ask Richard if he knew or noticed anybody get locked up around the time YP got out. Or around the time YP went to jail.
Good thinking.
And it had to be somebody that, was doing something major.
Yeah.
For him to get that much time cut off his sentence.
He assumed to hit the side of the house. Now here's the question. If you see me throw a gun, right? And my lawyer brought this up in court, it's all in the transcripts. If you said you see me throw a gun, right? How did you find a disassembled weapon? If you see me throw a gun.
Because he saw
and my
you
lawyer
throw
asked
them
him.
up.
They said,
Right
so you
in
seen
their
him throw
yard,
one black
right
object,
in
allegedly,
his
right?
eye.
He said, yeah. They said, but you're not sure it was just a black object. But the police officer was lying, so he said, yeah, it was an object, but now he's not sure. So now, my lawyer asked him, did you see him make 3 throwing motions? The officer said no. They said, did you see him throw a black object? Did you see him throw a gun? He said no. They said, did you see him throw a clip? He said no.
Notice.
They said, did you see him throw bullets? He said no. They said, so you don't know what you saying you see him.
Notice he'll show everything else, but he say he have the transcripts that show this, but he won't show us that.
The officer said correct. So now,
how you saying you see me throw a gun, reads the whole you found
thing. 3
right.
He only reads enough to spin his narrative.
Mm-hmm.
three separate exhibits of evidence that you brought in here that if I threw a gun, a clip, and a magazine, I would have had to make multiple throws. So now they caught on the stand lying on me. So now with that being said, this is how they pinned the gun on me. They stopped my trial in the middle of the trial, family. And guess what they do? The arresting officers, not crime lab, not CSI, nobody. Because when I was arrested, they never even called CSI. They never even called crime scene. The police themselves did whatever they did with the gun, wherever they got this gun from, magically out this yard. So no, the proper chain of command and custody wasn't even established, and protocol regulations weren't even followed from the initial arrest. I wasn't even read my damn Miranda rights. So that being said, since they never called CSI, crime scene, investigation
crime
lab,
scene
in the middle of my trial,
investigation.
guess what they do?
They didn't have to investigate shit. He saw you throw the gun.
Right. Did y'all hear that thump?
Huh?
Y'all didn't hear that thump?
I thought it was over here. I ain't even gonna lie.
Motherfucking daughter fell out the bed.
Lord.
My oldest.
Right?
Yeah, the second oldest. I come in there, she fucking still sleep on the floor.
Yo, DJ used to sleep standing up with his head propped on the bed.
Oh my god.
Kids, man.
So I had a
Stopped
cousin
my
that
trial, and the arresting officers did this. They stopped my, mind you, I'm at trial 2 years later after my arrest, and they go to the scene where I was arrested and take pictures of the house and the yard.
They ain't doing all that.
My judge convicted me because he said I was in. This is what he said. It's called a repugnant verdict. When a judge gives a verdict that's completely made up and it's against the weight of the evidence and the testimony of the officers. Basically, it has nothing to do with the case. Now, the judge convicted me because he said there was paint chips on the gun, and they were able to identify that was the gun that I was allegedly in possession of, and I was guilty of criminal possession of weapon of the second degree. Now, let me tell you why that's considered a repugnant verdict. The district attorney never, ever, ever said nothing about no paint chips being on no gun. The police already testified that there were no distinguishing markings or anything on the gun, and when asked if they seen this gun beside the same exact form, would they be able to identify it? They said no. They said there was nothing unique about the gun. I got this all in transcript. So the police never said there was no paint chips on no gun. They said there was no scratches on the gun. The district attorney never said that there was paint chips or anything on the gun. So now here's the point. Not only did the district attorney and the testifying officers never bring up anything about paint chips, they stopped my trial in the middle of trial and then went and took pictures of the crime scene. So what they did was they tried to set me up and say the loud thud that the officer allegedly heard was the gun hitting the house. Now here's the kicker. Even if the gun was thrown and hit the house, which is a lie, but even if it was, you went to that house 2 years after the event. You don't know if that house has been repainted. You don't know if the house is even the same color. So even if y'all saying there's paint chips on the gun, first of all, how are you saying there's paint chips on the gun when the district attorney just clearly on record said he never did forensics on the gun? He never tested it for DNA or fingerprints or nothing. So if the forensics lab has ever issued a report from the crime lab of any traces of anything being on a gun, how is the judge coming up with the fact it's paint chips on a gun? If the crime scene man has said there's nothing on the gun that got to do with paint chips. Nobody said nothing about no goddamn paint chips. So the point I'm trying to make is if the gun was never even tested to see if it had paint chips on it, how do you know after 2 years because if they want to uphold their life?
The crime scene man.
If they have eyewitness testimony that you threw that motherfucking gun up against the house, what are they testing it for paint chips for?
But ain't none of that in the transcript, bro.
Well, they said he threw it against the house and they heard a thump.
Ain't none of that in the transcript.
Well, he read it
from his mind.
Oh shit!
He ain't got no paper in front of him. That's what I'm telling you. He'll sit up here and say he got the papers, but he'll never pull them out and show them or read them in front of you. He say he got them in digital form and in paper form.
In the beginning, since he did have the papers out.
Yeah, in the beginning.
He had his hand blocking.
Bruh, look at him looking at this. He is not looking down. He is looking at the camera and he is looking up at the sky.
Wow. The fact that you can fake like you reading.
That ninja like can barely read in the first place.
Really good at faking it.
I'm just saying.
I ain't gonna lie, he tricked me. I thought he was reading off the
Nah,
paper.
he just repeating shit that he didn't. Look at him. Pay attention. You've been walking off and on. That's why he got you.
No, I heard him. Well,
I'm
yeah,
saying he ain't been reading off nothing.
a lot of it. I've been listening.
That's what I'm saying. You ain't been looking. You got to look and listen on this one, cause he going for the flim flam.
We gotta get them joints. We gotta get a copy of them transcripts ourselves.
We done pulled them up on here 50, 11 times, Remy.
I don't remember doing it on my channel.
Bruh.
You put it on here?
I done pulled them up over here at least 3 times. He walking down the road.
Oh yeah, you did. Matter of fact, you did.
Yeah, the cops see him. He see the cops. Oh shit! He take off running. The cops take off after him. He ditched the gun. The cops see him ditch the gun. They catch him, and the other cop double back and go get the gun, which he had tried to disassemble. The bitch was either old and it broke apart, where he was throwing it, which is a possibility. Or
I'm thinking of that one time you couldn't find him, or you couldn't find him.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he read it with the shit he was reading earlier. It said that he threw it up against the house and they heard a thump.
Yeah, that ain't in there. That's what I'm telling you. That's not in there. I don't have it completely memorized, but that is not one of the details.
That was the part that's confusing me, because I'm like, if they said he disassembled the gun, why are they saying
that's a whole lie?
That's the part that had me fucked up. That's crazy. That's crazy. He got me. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. That nigga got me. That nigga got me.
He retwist his dreads with black and mild ashes. I can't with you, Khalifa.
And then Raggedy.
Oh shit, you playing the video. Oh, I forgot he was live.
Oh yeah.
How do you know after going to a crime scene after 2 years that the paint on the gun even matched the house? Because you're going there 2 years later. So even if it was paint on the gun, which it wasn't, because I didn't throw no damn gun. But with that being said, even if it was paint on the gun, from the initial arrest, saying that the officers were credible, how do you know that the paint on the gun now matched the paint that's on the house 2 years later? How do you know the house ain't been repainted? So with that being said, the judge made up a verdict in order to convict me because I didn't have no DNA, no fingerprints on that gun, and not only that, paint chips being on a gun does not constitute possession. The officers already testified they don't know. It wasn't no distinguishing marks on the gun. They already testified they don't know allegedly what I threw. It was a black object. They already testified that they didn't see me throw a gun clips in a magazine. So how are you finding me guilty of a gun clip and magazine that's all separate from each other? Okay, not assembled at all. How did you find me guilty of a fully loaded firearm that was in front of your face that was not fully loaded? How did you find me guilty of a possession of a firearm when officers just testified they found it in a yard and they arrested me over here? How did you find me guilty of goddamn of a firearm because it had paint chips on it when the gun was allegedly never tested by forensics? How'd you do that? How was this done? So now what I did was, family, I go pro se. If you don't know what pro se is when you do your own motion.
So he basically just rewrote the whole fucking story.
Now the 330 motion in New York State is to get your trial set aside
and
to get your trial verdict set aside underneath certain grounds. So I get my trial verdict set aside, and I put my grounds in there. And my grounds, I had a lot of grounds, but to give y'all just some of them, one of my grounds was that repugnant verdict. The verdict was completely made up.
They all took off running, but the cops only saw YP.
Right. They was only focused on him because he the one who took off running first.
Yeah, he the one that started the whole. He the catalyst.
Right, and if it was only one patrol car, they can only chase one person, depending on how many people was in the car.
And didn't Richard say like he was in front of them or something? But he saw the folk and took off running, so they was hyper focused on him at that point because they was just riding down the road. And he took off like he was wanted.
2 was I was not in criminal possession of a firearm. 3 was I was overcharged. If anything, y'all should have charged me with possession of an inoperable weapon, not no fully loaded firearm. So y'all convicted me of a felony when at the most it should have been if a misdemeanor. And then for 4, I went on my violation of my due process and my right to confront my confuser. Y'all never allowed me to go to the grand jury, and violation of my Brady material. My sculpatory evidence was never presented. I had all kind of charges on my 330-30. Now my
doesn't the right to the face that your accuser is like if it's like an eyewitness testimony or something like that?
Yes, that's like stuff they do in cases of serial killers.
Yeah, I don't think that applies when you get arrested by cops.
Nope.
Yeah,
mind you, family. Now, mind you, after all of this, my attorney lies to me, and I got my attorney on the phone. I got the phone call recorded, so there's no getting out of this. He breached the client. He breached the client lawyer contract. Okay. And I want my attorney to take a lie detector test. If y'all don't believe me, I want him to take a lie detector test. Would that be?
So he was doing this shit from the beginning.
Yeah.
He was doing his lie detector shit from the beginning. That proves what I was saying earlier. The nigga was always crazy.
Yeah. He was twerking on the headlights. I ate what you believe.
My attorney, I called him on a Wednesday. The jail phones record everything. I called my attorney on a Wednesday. He told me he was submitting my 330-30 motion, right? When I got to court, my attorney came to the back on everything I love. I put this on my soul. He said the judge does not want to look stupid and lose this case to you, so I'm throwing myself under the rug for you. I'm giving you ineffective assistance of counsel so that you can win on your appeal. I said, what? I said, what the hell are you talking about? He said, I didn't submit your motion. But he told me on the phone he submitted my motion. I didn't find out that he didn't submit my motion until I got out there.
So was this guy a public defender?
I mean, till I got to court. So I get to court, I'm mad as hell. I'm on fire. So I get out there, and the judge says, your 330-30 motion has been denied due to lack.
A public defender basically works in the same courts as the judge. So I am pretty fucking sure he wouldn't have told you that. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have snitched on his colleague like that.
We all know he lying.
Yeah, right. He's a fucking compulsive liar. The fact that he made up a whole new story.
It's wild. A liar-thon.
Yeah. He was good at telling stories from the very get-go.
Mm-hmm.
Failure to submit it. So basically what they said was I never posed the argument, so the district attorney wins by default. So I got my lawyer on the phone lying to me, telling me he submitted my pro se motion, and he never did. I sent it to him, and he said he submitted it, and when we got to court, it wasn't until I got to court that he told me he was throwing me under the bus because the judge don't want to look.
How did you record him if you ain't know he submitted it or not yet?
Right.
That makes absolutely no sense.
None whatsoever.
And you recorded them illegally. You go ahead.
Stupid, and he was doing us both a favor, and he never submitted my motion. So I was set up, I was lied on by the goddamn New York State courts, and I need some help from whoever out there that is truly operating in the interest of justice so that we can get this matter resolved. Because I'm not about to keep dealing with this shit. This shit is affecting my life in tremendous ways that I don't need to go in right now. But with that being said, if there's any lawyers out there and you just heard this and you want to take an interest in this case, contact me at the letter Y, the letter P, the word attorney. Also, the email is in the description of this video. And if there's anybody out there who wants to support me and my means for taking care of this matter, the GoFundMe link is in the description of this video. Like I said, I guess you can't start a GoFundMe to ask for help in regards to legal services. So that's not what I'm doing. Let me make my disclosure. I'm just asking for support from my community. So I'm asking my community to support me. So share this video, send this video to attorneys, send this video to wherever you gotta go. And like I said, I have 100% of all transcripts and documentation that you need. So if you
speaking of that, we ain't reached that loud back goal earlier. Get a cash at PayPal, Venmo. We got to pay tonight. We ain't reached that loud back goal earlier. Get Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Go ahead.
Contact me and you're an attorney and you're serious, I can send you whatever you need to review. I have all of my transcripts and documentation. I got my unsigned warrant. I have all original copies. All original police report, original transcripts, original. I even got my original pro se 330-30 motion. I got my repugnant verdict. I got my unsigned warrant. I have everything that I need. And I got all of the testimonies to where the district attorney prosecute. I even got my original indictment that shows you the me being charged with the crime on the day that I was arrested for, and I have the testimony of the district attorney swearing under oath that I committed this crime on August 24th when I was arrested August 3rd, and I was already in jail. So with that being said, I have all of this evidence, and I'm putting it out here for the universe to do what it's gonna do with this frequency that I'm emitting out here publicly. So that being said, share this video.
The nigga just literally told us in the same video that his PO came and locked his ass up. Right.
Yep. Surely did.
That's fucking crazy. He been doing this shit the whole fucking time.
Yes, he has.
Fucking crazy.
Yo, y'all, I don't care what you do. Send it to your local news station. Blow this up. Blow this video up, and we're going to get some justice. Because this is ridiculous what they're doing to people. They're railroading people. Oh, and one more thing. I wrote my judge up to the appellate division. 4th division. That's our appellate division here. We rule by the 4th division. And I have the letter for that as well. Not only did the appellate division respond to me and confirm, I wrote them a 26-page letter complaining on everything that my judge did to me. After I got my trial set aside, the appellate division informed me that
if your trial
they
was
were
set aside,
not
why
able
would you need to get it
to step in and supersede my case until I was convicted. But my judge was placed under investigation, and everybody in the jail at that time who had my judge, who had a gun case, was switched to another judge. So now why is this important? It shows that the appellate division acknowledged somewhere illegalities in my case. But then when I went to appeal my case, they shot me. Appellate division shot me down without no legal explanation. So I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist and saying they're conspiring or they know they messed up and they don't want to let that get out. But I'm making this public here because somebody got to step in and correct this wrong. All right, somebody got to step in and correct this wrong. Period. If y'all want to play by the rules, let's play by the rules. So that being said, if we want to play by the Constitution, let's play by the Constitution. So that being said, family, like I said, share this video. Any attorney see this video and you're interested, you can email me at the description and the link, and we can go from there. So that being said, support me, family. My shit used to go. But now, like I said, to be honest, quiet as is kept, I really don't like y'all no more. I'm going to be honest. I went from loving black women to be honest, I really don't like y'all motherfuckers no more. And it ain't everybody. But like I said, black American women, y'all done ruined that shit. Like I said, so for the rest of my life, if y'all see me with Asians and Blasians or mixed bitches, like I said, blame the way bitches treated me over here. But I want black women to know, like, I would never intentionally put you in a place of harm. I would never try to rob you or hurt you or commit a crime against you. But I just no longer see you as a sexual mate. I'm going to be honest with you. I no longer see you as the valuable species to be reproducing with. Like, I no longer see you as a logical, rational decision to choose to try to procreate with and create a family unit with.
Why? Because they won't let you dog them out?
I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I just do not want to be with you. The GoFundMe is in the link. It's also at the bottom of this description, at the bottom of this video description. This video is on YouTube and also Facebook. So if you're watching on Facebook.
As the passport bros are finding out one by one, other races of women ain't gonna put up with your BS neither. So you might as well just wrap it up and do right.
It's in the description of the video, beneath this video. So with that being said, help me out, family. I'm asking the public to help me out. Make this go viral. Share it even if you don't care. Just share it, make it go viral, and we're gonna go from there. And with that being said, I love y'all. See y'all. And with that being said, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all.
Yo, Remy. Hello. Remy. He could have been got that shit expunged if it was expungible, yo. But nope. He out doing silly shit. And remember, he started out trying to buy a sovereign citizenship package from Polite. So he figured he could beat the law instead of paying restitution or paying a real lawyer or whatever and get by, but that didn't happen. Yoremil. They must have woke up again. Yeah, it was a scam. All that stuff. Look, you can't live in colonial times. The rules them sovereign citizenship based off of was struck off the books 50, 60, 70 years ago. That book been revised 10, 12 times since that rule was taken out. Maybe more than that. You can't go to a look. Revision means the old ones are no longer valid because there's new information. So you can't go to one of the old books and say he this hit is what. No, that's not how that works. That's not how that works at all. If sovereign citizenship worked, all them folk wouldn't be in jail right now. Go type in sovereign citizenship fails on YouTube and see what you come up with. Take your popcorn with you though, cause that mess be hilarious. It's gonna be broken car windows, women screaming. Yeah, you can do that all day long, but it don't mean nothing. In the scheme of things, Dark One. I mean, like, how is that gonna benefit you in your everyday life? It's really not. But see, they selling sovereign citizenship packages as a cure-all. It's gonna fix your driver's license problems because you don't need one, silly stuff like that. And you do need a driver's license. It's like every time they pull one over, they ain't got no driver's license, they ain't got no insurance. And so it looks like these were the perks you were looking for when you decided to take this path. Did Remy fall asleep on us? Chill.
No, I'm still here. No, I'm still here.
Video over.
Oh, all right. Well, that's it.
Hmm.
All right. Well, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. I was just waiting for you so we could close out.
Yeah. My bad. I gotta keep catching the baby before she start fussing all the way.
I know.
If she wake
That's
up,
why I said you was probably in there with the baby.
All right, y'all. Let me get on out of here. Tend to these fucking babies.
See y'all tomorrow.
Peace.
Peace.